Fight. Today, after school. 3 o'clock in the parking lot. You try and run, I'm gonna track you down. You go to a teacher, it's only gonna get worse.
Welcome to the Inland Sports Show. Your leader in sports in the Inland Empire.
Move the riverside.
Now, here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
And we are back. I hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas. I'm Pep Fernandez. That's Jeff Gorham. Greg running the board, and we are back with the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM, here every single weekday from 3 to 6 p.m. with nothing but the awesome, great things happening in the Inland Empire. Jeff, I trust you had a very Merry Christmas as well.
It was horrible.
It was horrible.
No, it was okay, but my house looks like it was just hit by a bomb. Looks like somebody just came in and threw a bomb in my house.
Well, you said you had like lines and just rows of gifts, hundreds of gifts.
Oh, hundreds. It was a nightmare. I will say this. You know, I appreciated it as a kid opening just a few gifts, but we had my wife's family over. The dog was barking the entire time, this little yippy dog, which I don't want anybody getting mad at me, the ASPCA or anything, but I wanted to punt the dog over the backyard fence. Didn't want to hurt it, just wanted to let it know, hey, don't bark in my house.
Chill out. It's
and
Christmas, chill.
There was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of gifts. We started at 5:30 in the evening and didn't finish the gifts until 11. And I have little kids, man. They lost their mind. Baby Luke went to bed about 7 and slept the whole time. It was just nightmare. It was loud noises, battery-operated toys.
You're still putting stuff together, cleaning up the debris.
The debris.
From Christmas Eve.
Yeah, there was stuff all over our floor. There were cookies grinded in our carpets. You know, just your basic stuff. But yeah, it was a nice Christmas morning with the family. I like Christmas morning because there's only like 5 of us. That was it.
Pretty chill, right?
Yeah. How about you?
Low-key. Low-key as well. Just chilled out, watched football, opened presents. Kids got everything they wanted and more. I'm like you. I want less things. Yeah, go ahead. Say I have a small heart. I'm the Grinch. But go ahead. I told my kids going into Christmas, they're like, what do you want, Daddy? I said, I want negative things.
Get rid of the stuff in our
negative.
garage.
I want you to take things away, give them away. I want negative things for Christmas. Didn't happen. Of course, I got some nice shirts and a belt and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I wanted negative. I wanted less.
I'm with you. I honestly, yeah. If I could just go, see, I'm the laziest guy in the world when it comes to my garage. My garage is horrible. And I have a nice man cave in there. My wife painted all this stuff, and there's pictures on the walls. It's really nice.
Star Wars, right?
Star Wars
old basketball stuff.
Yeah, all over the place. But I just don't like going out there for some reason. I'm not one of those garage guys. I'm not hey, let's go hang out in the garage.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I'm just not that guy. I like my couch. If I had a couch and a nice carpet out there, I'd probably be there all the time. But I'm not a garage guy. But I did get one cool thing.
What?
I got it's called the Movie Pass, and I can go to any movie I want for 365 days a year for free.
That doesn't sound real.
It's just like
legit.
It's legit. You can look it up.
You know what movies does he every day?
Not Star Wars.
There it is.
There it is, Star Wars. Yeah, but I can go see any movie I want.
So you could go see Han Solo when it comes out. I believe that comes out in May, doesn't it?
I can go and see it once a day for.
You can see every single day.
Yeah. And I got the idea because my buddy has it. My buddy Josh, he's the biggest human. He's bigger than I am. He's my movie buddy. I've discussed my movie buddy with you, right?
He's
a giant guy. I mean, he looks like
seat by seat.
He looks like seriously, like somebody was being a biker gang. He's got this big beard and mustache, and he's just an angry, crotchety, tough guy. But he has a great job. Works at UCR. He runs their dorms,
and he loves movies.
So we go to the movies. I'm 6'8", almost 300 pounds. He's about 6'6", 6'7", just giant, just
giants,
mammoths.
Two giants loving movies.
And if anybody talks during the movie theater, he just looks at him and says, "Shut up." And everybody just shuts up in the whole place. It's great. But I love Josh.
What was the last movie you guys saw together?
What did we see last? We see everything together. Everything.
The Notebook, or what was it?
No, I don't see The Notebook. We always sit one seat in between us, unless we're in one of those luxury theaters.
Yeah.
Because we're just too big. If we did, our shoulders, my neck, my head would be.
Even with a seat in between you.
Yeah, we're giant. Yeah, we're giant. No, we've seen everything except for the last Star Wars movie. So any movie I've seen this year, I've seen with him. Not even my wife. It's always Josh.
Your wife doesn't want to go to the movies or what?
No, I don't like taking her. She talks too much.
She talks during the movie?
Yeah, she's always asking me questions. I don't want to hang out with her. She talks too much. But Josh, though, he's like my kind of guy. We get a big cola, a big beverage, And he says it. He goes like, "Give me a cola" to the lady, and then I stop and get him candy. It's like a date. We have a nice time.
A cola.
A cola, a big cola.
So Jeff will be going to the movies nonstop.
Every day.
It's that sweet Christmas gift.
Every day.
Super fired up about it.
Yes.
So you're going to be our movie critic.
Yes, I am
Yeah.
the movie critic.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Star Wars and beyond.
Yes, everything.
You like the superheroes. You like all that stuff.
I like it all. It all.
So Christmas now in the rearview mirror, and we've got
Yes.
a big week ahead because it's bowl season. There's so many college football bowl games going on. It's the final week of the NFL regular season. We have the IE All-Star Classic coming up. There's so many things going on in the next about 2 weeks. We're going to crown a national champion in college football. And then now people start paying attention to the NBA. We'll start talking more NBA on the show as well because football will be completed in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, in fact, the NBA is really the big thing is on Christmas Day is when it starts hitting, everything starts playing. I mean, that's when it really gets going. Everybody's watching Channel 7, ABC, ESPN. That's
Our
when,
boy Tracy Murray, right?
Yes.
Was Slam Dunk, was that on last night?
I don't know. I tried to go to bed as early as possible because I had a round 2 of Christmas last night. I had to go to the same people's, it was just, I had prime rib. It was a little dry. I'm not going to lie. I need some au jus. There was no au jus with my prime dip or my prime rib. But no, it was, I don't know. We'll have to call Tracy this week.
You know what?
Find out.
Because on Christmas Day, of course, I was at my in-laws, and my father-in-law said, "Oh, I wonder who's playing today. Are the Lakers playing? Who else is playing?" And what was funny was,
Yeah, who else? He said Lakers first. Who else?
yeah, they're a Laker family. Yeah, whatever.
I love those guys.
But we all naturally said, "Oh, but there's 2 NFL games." There's the Steelers play the early game, and like the normal Monday Night Football game is the Eagles and the Raiders, a silver and black Christmas. So we didn't even go to the basketball at all. It was football all day long, I think, which kind of speaks to the fact that it's still football season. And if there's football on, it's still going to be football.
Yeah, but you watch the Raiders. Anytime the Raiders are on,
I did watch the Raiders.
Did they
But it's
lose?
Derek Carr, man. That's my boy.
Derek Carr. They're going to say he's hurt all year. He just was rotten all year.
Yeah, they did not look. Hey, the Eagles didn't look good either, but the Raiders did not look good last night on Monday Night Football.
Good. Get rid of those guys. Hey, did you see who the Patriots signed today?
Yeah, James Harrison.
James Harrison. They signed him after getting cut. How do you cut that guy?
I don't know. He's still in
he-
phenomenal shape.
And he's the meanest guy in the world. Seriously, you go, hey, right Christmas Eve. Hey, we're going to cut you on Christmas
Hey,
Eve.
by the way, Merry Christmas. You're not with the team.
Yeah, you're going to be probably your number retired, but you are no longer with us. Goodbye. And he signs with the Patriots.
I got to look this up because somebody had said earlier that Tom Brady tweeted out that
He did.
that he was happy that he was not the oldest guy on the team anymore. Is it James Harrison? I know they were close. I thought Harrison was a year younger, but apparently
There's a picture. Yeah, there was a picture of him standing next to him saying, "Hey, it's something about it being he's not the oldest guy."
You know what's funny? So I just went on Twitter and I searched Tom Brady and I saw the check mark. So I figured, oh, it's Tom. There's only one.
There's not.
Tom Brady, right?
Is there more than one?
Oh no, this guy is a Silver Fox pro rugby player from Leicester, England.
I know about that Tom Brady. Of course, everyone does.
There's that Tom Brady,
rugby.
and then there's the other Tom Brady, who's the Patriots quarterback.
God, he's so good looking. Not that Tom Brady. the
Mo
rugby.
Brady's brother.
Mo Brady's hot. That's what I
Mo
heard.
Brady's brother. So we got a big show coming up. We're going to talk about those college football bowl games with all those Inland Empire ties. The NFL playoff picture. We're going to have live updates from the Damian Holiday Classic. It's the biggest high school basketball tournament going on in the IE right now. Plus the King of the Hill at Hillcrest High School, which is a lot of local teams there as well. That's another good one. So we got a lot to get to in the next 3 hours. It's all brought to you by our good friends at Spoiled. Quick quality oil change. You'll be spoiled by their great customer service. And they got the low prices. Check them out off of Alessandro Boulevard. Again, who wants to break down on the 91 freeway? Especially during the Christmas Eve rush or people now trying to get home. I was on the 10 freeway. People going home in the opposite direction. It was all backed up.
Oh,
Praise the Lord for Bill Navigado and Spoiled.
Yes.
I made it everywhere I needed to be.
I need to go see him.
You need to get both your cars.
Yes, I
in
do.
There. You don't want your wife to break down. That'd be even worse.
No.
That'd be big trouble for you.
No, it means I'm sleeping in the spare room.
I have a question for you, actually,
Yeah.
after we thank our fine sponsors. Ken Sporting Goods, more than 40 years in the Inland Empire, and they're still going strong for all your sporting gear needs and Letterman's jackets. Also, Team Supplies. They'll do individual sales, of course, when you walk into their store, but they'll also do team sales as well. Boost Performance Training in Corona with Coach Ray Bass. He'll coach you all the way up help you get that scholarship. Maybe you want to make the starting team, make varsity, go pro, boost performance training in all sports. Ray Bass will get you better. BoostTrainingSystems.com and Catalano Motors in Corona off Temescal Canyon Road. Jeff, was that new minivan with a big bow under your Christmas tree this year?
No, I wanted the creepy van. It wasn't there.
Tell your wife. Call Derek at Derek Catalano Motors. He'll hook it all the way up off Temescal Canyon Road, even if you want that creepy van. He aims to please. Even if you're a weirdo.
I'm going to sit in the back of my van with a bag of candy and drive around the neighborhood.
So Jeff, you left the room for a moment. And if you do want to sponsor on the show, you can go to inlandsportshow@gmail.com. Shoot us off an email. We're always looking for new sponsors on the show. But Jeff left the room for a moment.
I did?
And his wife called.
Oh, she did?
Did I tell you that? Did I tell him that? I thought I said it out loud.
No, Carla called?
She called. It was a FaceTime, and I answered. I'm like, uh-oh. What am I going to see on the other end of this?
Was she naked?
No.
Darn it.
But she's like, hey, is Jeff there? You guys doing a show? She was...
Lost?
Yeah. I was like, oh.
Yeah, well, you know.
You guys having a show today?
Yeah, I'm doing the show. Yeah.
We're just,
and we asked for a ransom. He said, keep you.
Keep me.
I said, we'll give you Jeff back for $5,000. She said, oh, no.
And
You
I
guys
said
just keep
euros
them.
also, too.
Euros. It's like, I want to say, no, Jeff and Greg and I, we just come here to hang out sometimes and just talk sports.
I was going to come by yesterday and hang out with
On
Greg.
Christmas?
I was.
Bring the tamales, have a big party, right?
You're darn right. I didn't want to go hang out at a party.
So you're telling me if your wife had a ransom of if we wanted the one case of Wonka bars, the last case, she wouldn't give it to us?
No. Hell, no. No way.
We got the golden ticket. We got Jeff in studio. It doesn't get any better than that.
Oh, yeah.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, I have a funny holiday party story I'll share with you later.
You do?
Something about the show. You won't believe it. It's
About
great.
the show?
Yeah, it's great about the show.
How about when we come back after this break, we'll talk about some of these college football bowl games and some of those Inland Empire ties. We'll get Jeff's holiday story. Plus the big news, Jeff, that broke right as we headed into Christmas, and we got to talk about this. That Centennial head football coach, Matt Logan, has agreed to a 10-year contract with Centen, basically squashing all those rumors. And, Jeff, I know you love the rumors about Matt Logan being associated with this job and that job. And basically, there are all these private school
Modern day
jobs that weren't even open yet.
Yeah.
But Matt Logan, no, he's not going anywhere. He's staying at the Evil Empire Centennial High School. But that kind of broke as we headed into the Christmas break, so we could talk about that as well. So Centennial football, college football, and Jeff's wacky holiday stories. All that coming up. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
You're a vile one.
Give me a tab.
Tab? I can't give you a tab unless you order something.
Right, give me a Pepsi free.
You want a Pepsi, pal? You're gonna pay for it.
Look, just give me something without any sugar in it, okay?
Some of that shit.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
Your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
He kind of looks like a baby. Come here, I'm gonna eat you. I'm bigger than you. I'm higher in the food chain. Get in my belly.
Now back to the Inland Sports Show. Here's Pep and Jeff.
And welcome back. It's the Inland Sports Show.
It is
Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. We appreciate you joining us the day after Christmas, back in the studio. So much going on here in the Inland Empire, plus things making national headlines that bring it back to the local level as well. One of the big stories, Jeff, as we were heading into the Christmas break, and of course this made big news, although it almost slid under the radar as we headed into Christmas, was Matt Logan agreeing to a 10-year contract to stay at Centennial High School, which it's a public school, so you're a public school worker. How does that work if you get a so-called 10-year contract?
It's all hogwash. I'll tell you exactly what it is. Matt Logan told whomever, hey, I'm going to coach for another 10 years. I'm just going to do it here. Because really there's no contracts being signed. It's not like he's getting paid any more money than any other high school coach in the area. No matter what anybody says, you just get a stipend. He does it for the love of the game, for the love of the school. And he's just saying, hey, I don't know how old Matt Logan is. I don't want to say he's an old man, but he's got to be, I would say, older than 50.
It's probably right around there.
Right around 50. He's got to be a little older than I am because he's been coaching a long time. So if he's 50, he goes till he's 60, 62, and then he's just going to retire. But I think a lot of people were really worried he was going to leave and go to Mater Dei because that was the rumor.
But see, here's the deal. Like every time
always
a private school in Orange County is either opened up or could potentially open up, Matt Logan, without a doubt, his name inevitably is linked to it, whether he wants it or not. It's
always.
Like, oh, hey, I wonder if Matt Logan's going to take that job just because he's the hottest commodity.
And the reason his name is brought up, and they mention it all the time, is because, one, all of those Trinity League schools can pay you boatloads because it's a private school.
Oh, yeah.
See, at a public school, they can't give you beyond what the stipend is. That would be against ed code.
In all reality, he could get rich going to another school.
Rich. But the only downside of that is if you work at a private school, you're not going to get the retirement. He's put in years at Centennial. And if he coached before or taught before that anywhere else, he's not going to give up that retirement because that in the long run is going to be much better than, a balloon payment every year that you have to pay taxes on. No, there's no way.
21 seasons at Centennial.
Yeah, he's
that's
not
a long
leaving.
Time in the district.
That's a long time.
Unified.
And that's a high-paying district for teachers. He's, like I said, he's not getting paid anything more. People are saying, wow, he's getting a coaching stipend. I know this. You know this. But people on the outside really don't understand the way high school football. If you're in the Trinity League, you're with the Mater Deis, they can pay you $100,000, but you're only going to make $30 teaching there.
Correct.
And I'm sure Coach Logan is probably making over $100 as a teacher in his district, like most teachers are if they've been in the district a long time. They're going to make $100,000. It's just the way it is.
Well, we're going to get Matt Logan on the show. I'm also thinking about maybe just sending out a quick text to the athletic director, Bill Gunn.
Yeah.
Centennial, because again, man, Centennial, the football team, used their official Twitter account to put the news out.
Yes.
And then, of course, it took off like a wildfire. It's kind of polarizing. And I'm surprised because everyone I talk to, nobody has a bad thing to say about Matt Logan.
No, he's a great guy.
He runs a great program. He treats everyone with respect. He's so gracious as a winner and the times that they don't lose, which doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
So everybody seems to love Matt Logan, but like when they said, oh, he's going to stay at Centennial, half the people were like, oh, that's great. He's the best coach ever, which that's the side I fall on.
Yeah.
And then the other half was like, oh, man, well, yeah, of course he's going to stay at Centennial. They cheat, and they do this, and they do that. It's like, oh, my gosh, come on, are you kidding me?
He works for a principal he likes. He works for an athletic director he likes.
The good doctor, Dr. Alexis Burrill.
Yeah, those are good people. Why would you not want to stay, continuing what you're doing? You're making a decent amount of money. You have summers off. You don't have anything other than coaching football and teaching.
Sometimes people think it's all about the money, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not, because he's not making anything. He will be making more work staying at Centennial than he would anywhere else in the long run.
Sometimes it's about how you impact the kids, right?
Yes.
And the situation you're in. Like you said, working for people that you enjoy, surrounding yourself. Many of assistant coaches he's had around for forever.
Yeah.
Like he's in a good spot.
Yeah, I don't see him leaving. Like I said, the retirement factor is huge, especially in that Corona Norco school district.
10 CIF Southern Section Championships, a state title in Division I back in 2008. The last couple of years, they went back-to-back seasons with De La Salle in the state championship game a couple years ago. Bosco's been there the last couple of years, and the Mater Dei this past year, of course. But, yeah, they've had a great run. And when you play at Centennial, again, it's not like I'm reinventing the wheel or saying something new. But when you play at Centennial, it's not like, hey, I wonder if they're going to win the Big 8. No, it's CIF Southern Section Championship and state championship in the open division.
Yeah, and people will say, oh, they cheat. They don't. If you're good, kids are going to want to go to school there. That's just the way it is. They move to that area, and that's, for a long time, John W. North, and it's still a very, very powerful basketball program. Mike Barty. If my sons decide to play basketball and were still around, I'd say, hey, I want my son to play for Mike Barty. I probably would move into that area. But just because you're good doesn't mean you cheat. It's just the way it is. If you're good, you want to play there, and that's what kids are doing.
People just want to point fingers.
Yeah, always. Of course, because they're losing.
Yeah.
I always would point fingers because I never won. Right? Always. You all are cheaters. No. It's just,
speaking of pointing fingers, you could never beat La Sierra.
No. 0-10 against those guys. But when I coached at La Sierra, I never lost to Norte Vista.
Oh.
Well, it balanced itself out. So I think I was at least 10-0. I was at least 10-0 against Novi when I was at La Sierra, and I'm sure I was 0-10 versus La Sierra when I was at Novi.
Well, you're gonna have to hold on to that holiday story.
Yes,
when
we will.
Jeff was a big-time celebrity.
Oh, right? big time! I had people yelling, cursing me. I had people cursing me at this party.
When we come back, it's going to be the head basketball coach for La Sierra, the current coach, who went undefeated against Jeff head-to-head.
He's a jerk.
The great Justin Norman.
And he's got red hair.
He's going to join us when we come back. He and the La Sierra Eagles are at the Damien Holiday Classic. Again, huge tournament in the Inland Empire, and we'll see how Coach Norman and his guys did. They played at Life Pacific, right?
They did this morning at 10 a.m.
And then Tim Cook, the head coach of the Warriors, is going to call the show a little bit later as well, right?
Yeah, in fact, I told him to take some notes on the La Sierra game.
Oh, yeah, break it down.
He did.
Us.
He was talking a little bit. He was texting me this morning about La Sierra, and then he started talking smack about Justin Norman. I went, whoa.
That's your boy.
That's my guy. Both of them are my guys. But Justin Norman was in my wedding, for gosh sakes. He was a groomsman.
Was he?
That means. Yes, he was.
Did he do a good job?
He did a great job.
I'm going to ask him. Can I ask him about that? What does he remember about your wedding?
Oh, yeah. Trust me. I had the nicest wedding of all time. Go ahead. I don't know if he can remember much of it. I don't know if any of us do, but it was good.
We come back. La Sierra head coach Justin Norman, plus more high school hoops, college football news, and we'll also take a look at the NFL playoff picture. That's all coming up on this edition of the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
That's it. Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is a man. Oh my God! Einhorn is a man.
The Inland Empire's home for all things IE just got even better. Introducing the award-winning Inland Sports Show with Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham. Weekdays 3 to 6 p.m. Your local sports leader in the Inland Empire. Fox Sports IE 1350.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I think that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility. So how you guys doing? My name is Coach Ray Bass. We're here at the Boost Performance Center today, and here with the one and only Pep Fernandez. And we're gonna go over a real basic vertical jump, all right? We're gonna teach you guys the technique and its progression. This is a great drill for really any sports, really emphasizes pure power production through the hips. And power is really important for basically any type of athlete, whether you're a football player, track, soccer, basketball, we all want to be powerful, strong athletes. So we're going to go over that today. All right, so first things first, I'm going to have Jacob go ahead and stand with his feet underneath his hips. So you want to have your toes pointed forward. You want your feet to be about hip width, all right? He's going to have his shoulders flexed, all right, in front of his body. So his arms up in front. Okay, now, the most important part here is what's called a counter movement. And what that is I'm going to throw my shoulders back into extension, all right? I'm going to flex my hips, all right? So the shoulders are going to be flexed, and the hips are going to, the shoulders are going to be extended, and the hips are going to be flexed, all right? And then we follow that up with shoulder flexion and hip extension. It's got to be really fast, all right? So right now, I'm just going to show you the first phase of that. So Jacob, I want you to drop your hips into flexion. I want you to throw your arms back into extension when I say go. Ready? Go. Right there. So come up. That's the most important movement there. So after that, it's the landing, all right? So we want to get as high as we can. As I go up, I want to extend through my hips, through my knees, I want my toes pointed up. And when we land, I'm going to land back into that hip flexion, arms extended, and I want to stick the landing, all right? So we're going to go over it now. So now we're going to actually jump here, Jacob. I want to see that counter movement. Go ahead and walk a little bit closer to the hurdle here. We're going to extend on the way up. As we elevate, extend through the hips and the knees, stick the landing, throw the arms into extension. Here we go. Ready? On you.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
It takes 12 years to create a graduate. It takes about the same time to create a dropout. And at the end of the day, the difference between a child becoming one or the other could be you. So United Way is asking you to make a pledge. Tutor a child who needs help. Mentor a kid who needs someone on their side. Volunteer to read to children. Because when a child advances, we all advance. Be a reader, tutor or mentor, give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Take the pledge now at liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Let them play! 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 Let them play!
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
And welcome back. It's the Inland Sports Show the day after Christmas, right here on Fox Sports IE, 1350 a.m. every single weekday from 3 to 6 p.m. unless we've got San Diego State basketball or NFL or college football. Jeff and I will be right here with Greg, having a good time talking about nothing but Inland Empire sports. We got the big Damien Holiday Classic going on. So right after Christmas, Jeff, they get cracking again with the high school basketball holiday tournaments. Big one this morning as Rancho Christian beat Cajon 67-56. That was a huge game, tight, a heavyweight fight at the holiday.
Rancho Christian needs to get out of that goofy league they're in, and they need to play with just like in the Trinity League. They really do. I hate to say it. They are just so dominant. They're going to beat every team. They could beat every team in their league by 100, and they're not trying.
Did they win the Battle Zone or went to the finals?
They won the Battle Zone.
They won the Battle Zone.
Yeah, so they're a dominant team. They haven't lost And I don't think they will unless they lose in this big Damien tournament.
Speaking of dominant and never losing again,
I hate that guy.
We're talking about Justin Norman, the head coach of the La Sierra Eagles, live on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM right now. Hey, Coach Norman, before we really dig deep on this high school basketball talk, you were in Jeff's wedding, right?
That is correct, sir.
Okay, what do you – this is a family show. Yeah. What do you remember about Jeff Gorham's wedding that you were a part of?
Oh, Mark Gard was there as well, and that was probably the best part. No, I'm just kidding. Jeff and Carla had a very, very awesome wedding on a yacht, I believe.
Yeah,
and,
on a yacht?
Yeah.
And then it was fairy tale like, almost dreamy, where I was tearing up watching Jeff get married. That was pretty nice.
Jeff, was that your big professional basketball money? Like
no,
you were on a yacht somewhere?
That was called we break our bank every single day, and save all our pennies and put together. We got married on a ship. It was 4 stories, and it was unlimited booze and fun and frolicking. I don't know how much frolicking was. I was just walking around taking pictures of people. But Justin and his lovely wife Megan were there. Justin was one of my groomsmen. He was the only ginger in my pictures. So we had to digitally make his hair a little darker.
Did you have hair, Jeff, at the time? Or?
No, I never had hair. It was just not that long ago. I haven't had hair since I was about 10.
Well, Coach Norman, you also were undefeated against Jeff, going head-to-head, weren't you?
10-0!
I believe that was correct. I don't think we ever lost to Norte Vista while he was there. But let's just say when he left La Sierra, he left me with a cabinet full of spare parts, and I had to start from the bottom just to rebuild.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
I told Pep, I said, when we were at La Sierra, you and I, and before you got there, I was probably 10-0 against Novi. So it was just kind of the balancing act of me going over to Novi and losing 10 times to La Sierra.
It was, definitely. I had nothing to do with it, and our teams really didn't either. I think it was just fate, and the balances of everything.
It was like the force. It was karma.
Well, the La Sierra Eagles are, 6 straight? Is that what it was?
6 times, according to his T-shirt, is 6 times, 6-time champion, right?
His T-shirt, which can't be wrong. River Valley League champs.
This is 5 straight. This year will be 6 if we can manage to pull that off.
Oh, well, Jeff's already printing up the shirts, I guess. 6 straight.
Hey, we need the confidence. I mean, I know I don't have 2 guaranteed wins anymore that he's not coaching, so I gotta work with him.
Whoa, man. Thanks.
That was a direct hit.
That was a shot.
But La Sierra and Coach Norman at the Damien Holiday Classic. Coach, you opened up play today at Life Pacific College. How did the tournament open for you guys?
It opened pretty well. We opened up with Northview, and we actually looked pretty good for not really practicing very much over the holidays with our gym being redone and everything like that. So we actually looked fairly good and showed our youth and experience at other times, but we came out with a win. So got another one tomorrow, I think 4:30 over at San Dimas High School.
So the gym's being redone at La Sierra, huh? I didn't know about
that. Just the coating, the refloor, the recoating, whatever the floor they do every year.
Yeah, the Alvord District always shuts it down during the middle of basketball season to do the floor. So I'm guessing you either practiced at a park. I know where you practiced. You practiced at Notre Dame, correct?
Yeah, a little bit over there, and then got some other help as well. So we got a few practices in, which made it decent and not 10 days straight of no practice and then watching them come out the early game this morning. But they actually look pretty good, so
good.
I'm happy with their progress.
Well, Coach, how do you navigate through Christmas? Because obviously you have the guys, you're playing games, you have practices before Christmas, and then you hit Christmas, and then, like you said, all of a sudden you just show up the morning after, and you're like, hey, guys, by the way, we've got a game. Let's all get back on track and remember what we were doing here. I mean, is that kind of tough to negotiate? Like you said, you're back on the floor just hours after, these kids are away with their families, and they're opening the presents, and they're doing whatever they're doing, and now it's back to work.
Yeah, it's tough every year. It's a different story every year, different journey. Basically, anytime you show up to a game, and with this year's team specifically, we've been up and we've been down pretty much throughout the whole year. So it's tough to see, and tough to gauge what you're going to get because you never know who's going to be sick, who's not going to be, not showing up or anything like that. So it's always tough, and every year it's a different journey. You just got to get through it, and try to stay through the adversity and try to get better from it.
Now, Jeff over here has a hunch of how the River Valley League might unfold this season. But again,
I do.
Jeff's not in the picture anymore because he's no longer the head coach of the Norte Vista Braves. So, but how do you see the River Valley League, Coach? Because, again, Hillcrest is on the rise. They've got a great team. I know Jeff is really high on Mark Guard and Supa Dupa, Harupa Valley over there. I mean, so when you look at the league as a whole, I mean, there's some good teams. There's a lot of talent in the league this year.
Yeah, I think everybody's continually got better from when we first started our run. So it's made it tough for us to kind of go back to back to back and keep going with it. So this year it's going to be even tougher. And, we tell our guys every day that, it's easy to win one, but it's harder to sustain, victories every year and championships every year. So this year we're not even picked to be favorites. So that actually works, I think, in our favor to where we can play the underdog role and really come together and be the team that we should be.
Yeah, we saw Hillcrest a little bit at the Riverside Kiwanis tournament, and then I know Jeff has talked to Mark Guard obviously quite a bit because, like you, he was in the wedding, so they're pretty tight. And I know Coach Guard over there likes his Jaguar team. So the River Valley League, and I'm not even discounting Novi at this point. We haven't seen them yet. Patriot, they'll have some good teams off and on. I mean, so when you look at the River Valley League, like you said, I know it's been 5 in a row, but that number 6, it's not going to come easy.
No, not at all. We got our work cut out for us this year, and like you said, Hillcrest is doing very well this year. We got a lot of length and some athleticism over there that they've kind of been building on the last couple of years. And Mark always gives us trouble, but he also gives a lot of other people trouble just by his game plan, how he coaches, and he's seen everything that there's ever been to being with basketball. So you can't really fool him with much. Patriot, I believe, was young last year as well, so they should be a year better. And Ramona, we've already seen them this year. They could put up some points. I haven't seen Novi yet as well, so I'm sure he's got some guys coming back from last year that could score as well. So should be a tough league.
Now, when Jeff used to coach, he used to play that run and gun. He called it the system. No defense, just quickly up and down the floor, lots of points. First to 100 wins. When you coached against him, did you ever look across the court and say, you know what, we should be doing what he's doing? Or did you always say, you know what, we've got our own game plan, and obviously you never lost to him, so it kind of worked out?
Yeah, he had horses.
I to be honest, I've thought about that. With the type of team he had, it actually worked with his favor. And I thought about doing it. And when you got a bunch of guys that want to run, a bunch of guys that can shoot it, you get 10 to 12 of the same type of guys. It's a lot of fun. You put up a lot of points. Everyone's happy. Everyone's playing. Not a bad thing to do. It's just tough defensively for me. That's kind of what I always try to have our guys do. That was always kind of their I don't know.
It was the
bad thing they had over there with that system.
The only way I could compete in a half-court situation, my teams we wouldn't have ever hung with anyone. But I figured it was a gimmicky thing, but it fit into my kind of guys. Obviously, I would run. In fact, when Norman and I coached at La Sierra, we ran a lot of half-court sets and a lot of. It was offensive.
So you were always in the system.
Yeah, no, it wasn't really it wasn't full court, but we ran a lot of half court stuff for guys that could score. We had guys, Nick Paulson, who was a sophomore and led the state in scoring, and we just ran sets for him and guys. And he runs similar stuff now. He runs a horns offense. He runs all kinds of cool stuff, but he has really good players that have played within his system for years. So it goes to his benefit for sure.
So he learned from you, Coach. You're saying Coach Norman learned everything.
Norman knows it way more than I ever did.
Well, hey, Coach Norman, before we let you go, who do you have next at the Holiday Classic at Damien High School?
Tomorrow, I believe we have Mark Keppel from out in the Covina area, I believe, or I don't know, somewhere else out in that area. But they're tough. They're tough from what I hear. They have to beat, I think, Edgewood. I've never really heard of Edgewood too much, so I think Keppel's going to win. So we'll have them tomorrow at 4:30, I would imagine.
Great. And then how was Christmas? Did you get everything you wanted?
Christmas was great, man. I got 2 young kids who, Jake and Julia. They wanted me to say hi to them, by the way. It was real fun to have them, just be excited to be around the family. And my sister's got a brand new baby as well, and another younger niece. So it was good to have all the family together, be with everybody, take some time and be a dad, not just a coach all the time, which is tough to balance as you guys know.
Oh yes, I'm going to say this, and he gets so mad at me. He's going to want to punch me through the phone right now. Justin Norman has 2 sisters that are phenomenally beautiful. I mean, beautiful. He wants to punch me right now. They are gorgeous. gorgeous. I used to just want to go hang out with Justin just so I could see his sisters.
Yeah. Well, they're both off the market there, buddy.
I know. They're off the market. So am I, but they are so pleasant to look at. They are way better looking than you. I don't know where the heck they got their looks.
Hey.
It's like his kids. Man. His kids and wife are beautiful, and then there's Justin.
I knew I shouldn't have brought up the 10-0 losing, all that stuff against you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He was building up some ammunition for this interview, that's for sure.
Now, I love you, buddy.
All right, man. I love you guys, too. Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year, guys.
Right back at you.
All right, thank you, Coach Norman. We appreciate it. And best of luck the rest of the way at the Damien Holiday Classic.
Thank you. We'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, that's Justin Norman, head basketball coach for the La Sierra Eagles. In your wedding, you coached against him.
Lost against him.
Lost a lot against him.
A lot. Every time.
Was it really 10-0, I guess?
Yeah, he's 10-0.
5 seasons?
5 seasons, twice a year, yeah. We didn't play.
So he was your assistant at La Sierra when you were the head coach?
He was, yes. And I was...
Were you grooming him? Did you know he was going to be the next big basketball coaching star at Riverside?
He's awesome. He's played, I'm going to say this right now, he's played more minutes. And I think he played at La Sierra University. He played more minutes than any player in the history of college basketball. I think he played 4 years at La Sierra University and played all 40 minutes every single game of his entire career.
So nobody's logged more minutes.
No, nobody.
More miles.
Nobody.
Than the great Justin Norman.
No, and he's in the Hall of Fame at Norco.
Oh, is he?
He is in the Hall of Fame.
Everyone's in the Hall of Fame.
Except for me.
Sadness.
Sad, but Justin Norman, one of the best coaches, and even better person. Great family. Love his wife.
And his sisters.
And his sister's beautiful. They're so hot.
When we come back, we'll talk more about these college football bowl games with IE Ties, the NFL playoff picture, and a little bit later in the road, another live report from the Damien Holiday Classic.
Yeah,
Is that right?
a couple
Tim
callers.
Cook, right?
Timmy Cook's going to give us a call, and then we got other people want to call in as well. I'm getting texts all over the place. They want to call in.
Coach Cook's a big Star Wars nerd, and I know he just saw the movie recently with his family, so maybe we'll get his take on that as well.
We definitely will.
It's very split. It's causing a civil war in our own little studio because some people love the movie.
Greg.
Some people not so much.
2 weeks? Is there such thing as spoiler now? 2 weeks?
No.
I don't know. That's a fine line, right? I don't know. I don't want to give details.
Come on.
See, I'm with you. I think it's been plenty of time, but I just don't want to be that guy.
Yeah,
we could still dance around it, right?
I'll dance around it.
All right.
Yoda.
We'll dance around another spoiler-free edition of the Inland Sports Show. When we come back, more high school basketball talk. We got so many big-time tournaments going on. The college football bowl season and the NFL playoff picture. It's all coming up on this very special day after Christmas edition of the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
Hold on. Oh, we got a problem here? We got a problem here?
The Inland Empire's home for all things IE just got even better. Introducing the award-winning Inland Sports Show with Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorup.
Weekdays 3 to 6 p.m.
Your local sports leader in the Inland Empire. Fox Sports IE 1350.
Hey there.
What's up, bruh?
Hello. How you guys doing? Ray Bass here. We're here at Corona High with the Corona High football program with the one and only Pep Fernandez. Today's boost training tip, it's all about top end speed. We're talking about the ankling drill. Come check it out. This particular drill is great at teaching us to get our feet off the ground as quickly as possible. All right, so what we're gonna do is Gavin's gonna start with his feet underneath his hips. His toes are gonna be pointing forward. And the goal here is to get as many hits against the ground as possible. He's gonna do a fast high knee. He's gonna have his toes pointed up, get as many hits as he can in a short amount of time. Here we go. So we're gonna go about 5 yards here. Here we go, ready, set, go. Fast down, toes up, toes up, toes up, toes up, toes up. Now typically when we get over the opposite knee, I like to say fast down just so we don't get robotic with it, but there you have it right there, the ankling drill. Great for top end speed.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajalco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the Crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM, KUBE, Riverside.
When I close my eyes, I see this thing. It's like this big sign. And the name is in like bright blue neon lights with like purple outline. And this name is just so bright and so sharp that the sign, it just blows up because the name is just so powerful.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
Oh, yeah. That's my kind of music. That's where I live. Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Going strong the day after Christmas. We're proudly brought to you by our good friends at Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change, Ken's Sporting Goods, Boost Performance Training in Corona, and Catalana Motors in Corona as well. Jeff, we have a secret guest. What are you doing to me?
I have a secret guest who's going to call in. He's a legend here in Riverside, and he wanted to call in and say hello. Mr. Yes, hello.
Well, hello there. What's going on, Coach?
How you doing, Coach? This is
I'm all right. I'm all right. Just enjoying your show. I've been listening to it. I ran into Pep, and I said, hey, I'm gonna be a listener because you guys are my friends, and you always take care of me and talk about me. I heard you guys were mentioning me last week, and I just wanted to call you and tell you thank you very much. I love you all.
Well, you are a local legend, and every time I get to say, what's up, Pep? I always love it. How are you, Leon Culpepper?
I'm doing real well, taking a little break in the action. I got to do some stuff with the King of the Hills tournament out there at Hillcrest. And then I've got Yancey Dotson on the 6th, and at Rancho Christian, they're doing a tournament. So I'm going to work for Rancho Christian on a Saturday, so just trying to stay busy.
Yeah, when I went out to the Riverside Kiwanis tournament, I was out there shooting some video, and I hear, and here come the Riverside Poly Bears. I can't do it as well, obviously, as the real Pep, but man, it sounds awesome.
Leon Culpepper. I love the voice. The golden pipes of Leon Culpepper.
There's 2 Peps in Riverside. I tell them there's Pep Fernandez, and then there's me. So it don't get no spicier than that. You know what I mean?
Well, Pep, I assume you're in high demand, like you said. Rancho Christian, Riverside Poly, the big King of the Hill tournament at Hillcrest High School. Do you just love to be busy and see all these local sports?
Yeah, I try to stay busy. I'm retired now, you know, and just raising grandkids. And then, you know, I'm not bragging, but everybody kind of plays on the same day. And, you know, these teams, RCC, the high schools. And I was telling the RCC athletic director back in my day in the 70s when Tarkanian was there, RCC used to play on Tuesdays and Saturdays. And I wish they would go back to that so some of the high school kids and high school coaches could come and see, you know, some of the JC teams and stuff, you know?
Yeah, if they staggered it that way, you're right. And then you could get more work in, too. But, yeah, then the high school kids can go actually check out the RCC Tigers as well.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And it gives, you know, they used to do it on Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Now, oh, no, Saturday night, 7 o'clock, that's too late, you know.
Now,
but
Pep,
that's just the way it goes, you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. Now, Pep, you've been around Riverside for a long time. You've seen a lot of the history. You've seen a lot of the great players that come out. But you were really, really good friends with the Bonds family and the Baker family a little bit. So maybe you can give us a little insight about what the athletics was like in Riverside at that time.
Well, I'm going to send you guys a picture. Somebody sent me, I think it was Bob Morrow, works out at Mount San Jacinto, coaching the girls, Bobito. He sent me a picture of the 1962 Colt League All-Stars, and in the back row was Bobby Lee Bonds, and Vince Scully calls him the Rage of Riverside. So I was lucky enough to, you know, grow up with Bobby. Dusty's 2 years behind us, but he's still from the same neighborhood, you know what I mean?
That's so cool.
Yeah, and now, did you go to Central Middle School as well when you were a young man? And weren't you?
Ooh, that's a real big disrespect right there.
Were you a uni guy?
I went to Irving Elementary School over on the east side. We call that Irving College, and then I went to UHJH, University Heights Junior High School, home of the Wolves, the real Wolves, not the King Wolves, the Uni Wolves.
That is correct. Now, you went to school with a couple of these guys, if I recall. Am I right?
Yeah. Well, me and Bobby are the same age. Dusty's a couple of years behind me. And then the thing of it was, when you said Central, that was our big rival because that was all the, you know, back in the day, all the rich kids lived over on the Wood Street.
They did.
And University was right there where the Bobby Bonds sports complex is, right there on University in Kansas.
That's right. That is right.
Well, we got the great Leon Culpepper here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Hey, Pep, do you keep in touch with Dusty and Barry Bonds and some of those guys because they're still heavily involved, obviously, in Major League Baseball and staying busy? Do you have a chance to keep up with them?
Yeah, I talk to Dusty about 3 times a year. You know what I mean? He always is asking about the local talent, kids playing basketball, who's good, you know. He's a real good friend of Mike Bartiz, so he always, you know, stays up with Mike Bartiz. And then Barry has turned into the Lance Armstrong of the Bay Area. He's an avid bicycle rider now. And then I was on the morning show Saturday with Eddie and the 8 o'clock show on Saturday.
Yes.
And then I put that on Facebook, and then Barry hit me up because he goes under the Barry Lamar on Facebook anyway. But he hit me up, awesome job, you know what I mean? So yeah, we stay in touch. I talk to Barry about every other week. You know, he's into bike riding, and he just learned how to cook sourdough bread. So
so he's really plugged in that San Francisco area.
Yeah, so they stay in touch. You know, they want to know about Riverside, and I told Barry I'm gonna try to get him to come down, and maybe when he's in town, I'll get him to come get on you guys' show. You know what I mean? Him or Dusty, they'll do it. Don't even worry about it if they're in town. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, see, and my mom was really good friends with Bobby and Robert growing up as well. So yeah, it was a tight knit group of Riverside back in the day, and it's always nice to hear from one of the great voices of Riverside in Leon Culpepper.
I appreciate you guys, man, and love you. Much love. Happy holidays and everything, and I hope everything is going good, and let's get on to the new year. You know what I mean?
That's right, Pep. Happy New Year, brother, and we'll see you again soon at one of these high school basketball tournaments. In fact, Jeff and I might pop over to the King of the Hill tournament at Hillcrest, so we might see you out there.
All right. Thank you, guys. It was nice talking with you, and have you guys have a real good day, man.
You too. The great Leon Culpepper. We always appreciate it. We'll talk again soon, Pep.
Thanks,
All
Pep.
right, take care. Bye-bye. Take care, Coach.
It's always weird to call someone else Pep. There's not a lot of Peps running around this place.
There is not, and he is. I remember I've known Pep my entire life. Just put it that way. My whole life. I'm 47. I've known Pep 47 years.
And again, his voice is very distinct. Like he was a mystery guest, and you didn't want to tell me. You're like, no. You just need to hear his voice, and then you'll know exactly who it is.
And you knew exactly who it was from the first word.
Leon Culpepper.
Everyone wants to talk like this. Hello, everybody. I am Leon Culpepper.
Here come the Riverside Poly Bears.
How about those RCC Tigers? I love it.
We try, but it is not even remotely close to the great Leon Culpepper. Yeah, so we've got more college football to get to. We still got to get to the NFL playoff picture because it's beginning to take shape. I love it when we come down, Jeff, to the final week of the season, and there's still things to be played for. There's still a division title up for grabs. There's still playoff spots up for the grabs. Even the Chargers
have a shot.
They have a shot, and I think it could happen. I think it's really going to happen. I think LA is going to sneak in there at the final hour.
And I think if they do sneak in, they have a puncher's chance to go all the way. I just think they're just one of those teams that is so good at any given day. They can put together a few wins and be right there.
I just call them the worst, best team.
Yes.
I always feel like they're going to be so good, and they always just seem to underwhelm. But maybe, just maybe, we've seen crazier things happen. Does a team sneak in as a number 6 seed in the NFL playoffs, and they end up making a deep run?
Now, how about the Rams?
The
Rams look good. I'm telling you, Jack Skellington is going to lead them to the Super Bowl.
And I will tell you later in the show why I think the Rams will lose against the 49ers, which is the best thing that could happen to them.
But see, the reason I don't want the Rams, I kind of want the Rams to lose for one thing, because I want Garoppolo to keep winning. I want him to go. I love that guy. He's undefeated.
I'm a 49er fan. You can't, I'm so excited.
But they're going to lose. They're going to lose because we have Todd Gurley, and Todd Gurley is the best. He should be MVP. We'll discuss this. We have to. He needs to be MVP over the great Mo Brady's brother.
Mo Brady's brother. You love that, don't you?
I do.
All right, yes, we will talk more about the NFL playoff picture. We'll talk more about Centennial's Matt Logan staying around for another 10 years with the Huskies. Maybe this will be his final stop. Maybe this will be his final contract extension, whatever you want to call it. Just texting with Bill Gunn, the athletic director at Centennial. Yes. We're going to get him on, and it looks like Coach Logan tomorrow. Because I know, again, a lot of people got a lot of social media run when the news was announced. I think it was like Friday night, wasn't it? I think we were at the UCR basketball game when it went down.
One of the original things was he signs contract for 10 years. I'm thinking, wow, that's pretty impressive.
That's a long time.
I can't believe they can sign contracts, but okay.
All right, we will be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
You know, I started on cleanup just like you guys. But now, see, I'm washing lettuce. Soon I'll be on fries, then the grill. A year or two, I make assistant manager. And that's where the big bucks start rolling in.
The Inland Empire's home for all things IE just got even better.
been ready since first call. I am ready. Roll.
Now back to the Inland Sports Show. Here's Pep and Jeff.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Whatever you're doing, just stop. We've got breaking news.
Breaking?
Dikembe Martin is your Big West Player of the Week.
Hey, he had a great week, didn't he?
Sure did.
Wow, he put up 30.
Career high 30. And then followed up by that game against UC Merced where everyone enjoyed a huge game. But that 30 against Valparaiso early in the week, and then that big win against UC Merced on Friday night. And Dikembe Martin, who was in our studio. Do we get a little bit of credit for that?
With Deshaun. Was it Deshaun?
Deshaun Taylor.
Was he both in studio?
So we got some good run on social media because we had the leading score for UC Riverside and the leading score for Fresno State in the Inland Sports Studio at the same time.
That is correct.
So congratulations to DK, the Big West Player of the Week. UCR heading out on the road this week. Their final couple games before Big West Conference play. They play at Utah Valley on Thursday and Seattle University on Saturday. Jeff will be live with the Highlanders.
I will be. I got a new coat for Christmas, and I'm going to wear it from the snow in Utah.
You got to stay nice and warm up there.
And then I have a nice umbrella and a
new suitcase.
I got a new suitcase. I got a nice umbrella and a flannel shirt to wear, and I'm going to be very sad and depressed when I'm in Seattle.
Oh, you got to, right? You're listen to some Nirvana. I'm going to
drink
some coffee,
some Starbucks, and then I'm going to try to be real
hate yourself.
Sad. I'm going to hate myself. I'm going to walk along the seashore and just like cry.
We'll talk more about this UCR basketball trip tomorrow and Thursday. Jeff will be with us for part of the show tomorrow, and then live from the road in Orem, Utah on Thursday.
Best place in America. They have fry sauce.
Is that what they call it?
Fry sauce.
So more on that. And again, congratulations to DK, Dikembe Martin out of JW North High School, the Big West Player of the Week. So the big holiday parties. I mean, you were all over the place.
You know, I'm a socialite. I like to call myself a socialite. In some circles, they call me the mayor.
I know.
Yeah, as I said in somebody had written in my bio. Okay, here's the deal. So I go to this party. It's a big party for a friend of mine, one of my closest friends in the world, her and her husband. And I walk into the party. The second I walk in, I got a smattering of booze and claps. And I said, whoa. Why the booze? And the guy goes, hey, you SOB. And I went, whoa. And he goes, you took over for my favorite radio guys in the IE. And I said, what do you mean? You took over for the Loose Cannons in Riverside. I said, wait, those guys are our friends. You know, they're part of the Fox network.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, I've been listening to them for like 25 years. And then I listened to you SOBs. I said, whoa. And then he said he loved it.
He loved us.
He loved the show. He goes, I'm done with those guys. And he's listening.
I'm done with the Loose Cannons.
Yeah, he said, I'm done with those guys.
It's all about the Inland Sports Show.
And then my other buddies, all my other friends started talking shop. They were like asking me sports questions about baseball, about the Rams, asking me about Zerline, if he's gonna come back. All these stories. I mean, I was talking sports, blah, 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 blah. And then my buddy, his one name, Servando, the Cuban beautiful man of all men, walks. He spread the party up like a sea.
Like it was the Red Sea,
like the Red Sea of Servando. And Servando came over and goes, "Hey, if you're going to talk to Jeff and you're just talking sports, you got to pay him."
Oh, because you're a big time celebrity.
Yeah,
people are going to talk to you.
I'm a sports broadcaster.
If I've got a question about the Rams for Jeff, now that you're a pro, I got to pay you money to get your answers.
Well, yeah, outside of the studio. If you call me anytime in studio, I'm good. But if you're getting me outside of my family time, I'm with my wife, and I'm talking Rams football. Oh, you know, I did call, though. I did call that Seattle would win this weekend, which I looked like a great prognosticator. Everybody was like, no, they're not going to beat them. I said, oh, no, they're going to beat them.
You were right.
I was right.
The price just went up.
The price just went up. But, yeah, I mean, everybody wanted to talk shop. Like, it was shop.
So you walked into the room, and they were like, wow, it's a big-time celebrity, Jeff Gorham from the Inland Sports Show.
I always thought I was just famous because I had a hot wife, and then I used to play basketball a long time ago. No, this was they were like, you're on Fox Sports. What's going on there? I'm like, yeah, pretty crazy. Pretty nuts, I'm telling you.
I'm surprised, too.
Man, I can't believe they gave us a deal here. But no, we were pretty popular in the holiday circles.
Well, I'm glad people are finding us from 3 to 6 p.m. weekdays. and you found the one person who liked the loose cannons in the IE. That's great.
Yeah, but then he's
But then we turned him.
We did turn him. And I will say this, it was also a nice weekend because people had babies. People were having babies all over.
Oh, yeah, some congratulations are in store,
Our
right?
guy, Ron Main, who is the athletic director at Norte Vista, his daughter is in labor right now. And then, of course, Dave Zink, of all people, the stepbrother of mine, his daughter had a baby boy, Parker David Edwards, 9.5 pounds, 21 inches, and a head that's bigger than Dave Zink's.
Sounds like a left tackle.
It is. There's no
lineman, a left
I'm
tackle
telling you right
there.
now, it's a beautiful baby boy. Parker's a beautiful baby, but I'm looking. He's got a full head of hair, and his head. He doesn't even have a hat size right now. He's giant head, but a beautiful baby boy. So congratulations to both Dave Zink and his daughter.
Babies popping out everywhere.
And Ron Main and his daughter. Babies all bookending the holiday season.
That's kind of cool, right? You know, it's
Yeah.
like Christmas time, and the baby comes, and you know, so they. The only jip is because I have one daughter who's born on January 9th, and that's still kind of close to Christmas, even though she doesn't think it is. So
Yeah.
she thinks she only gets like one party, like it's either Christmas or her birthday.
Oh, yeah.
But we do both.
Yeah, that
you got to
makes
make
sense.
sure you do both.
Yeah.
Christmas babies. Jeff, your phone is blowing up over there, and guests are just hitting you up saying, hey, we need to get on the air. We need to talk about this.
Okay, we talked about this at the beginning of the show. I have a buddy of mine. He's the meanest, toughest man I know. Really, no one will mess with him. He's that scary looking. He's got the. Sometimes he has a handlebar mustache and a full beard. He's giant. He's like my size. Huge. It's my guy, Josh. I was just going to say Josh. Josh, are you on the phone with us?
Yes, Josh from Upland here, longtime listener, first-time caller.
First time, long time. What's up, Josh? We appreciate you listening to the show. So you go to the movies with Jeff. Is it kind of like a date?
It is a date. I get the tickets. He gets me a liter of cola and some snacks. We sit 1 seat apart, and we watch the film.
Now, what happens if anybody says a word around us?
Oh, there's a look, and I can't use the words because it's a family program. And there's a look in a language that I tell them. You would not have believed what happened during The Notebook. People started crying in the pivotal scenes.
See, I knew it was true.
I was like, you save your tears for home, Sally. We don't have time for this.
Well, Josh, this is a spoiler-free show as we're talking in regards to Star Wars, but you're going to 4D. What does that mean for Star Wars 4D?
Well, I'm hoping that Kylo Ren chokes me or something, and I'm going to feel it.
You want to feel that, right?
Maybe Rey bumps up against me, if you know what I mean.
That wouldn't be so bad.
But, it's 3D, the seats move. I'm hoping that they don't put water on me. That would be weird, but...
Do you get some of that? Well, I don't know. It's kind of spoilery, so I better not say it. I was going to say if you got some milk, but I'll leave it at that.
If milk gets thrown on me, I'm going to punch a manager.
Now, Josh.
Give the details.
Now, Josh, how many times have you seen The Wars?
This will be my third showing of the film.
Now, also, we were talking about, I got the red card for Christmas, and they didn't seem to believe me that it's an actual thing. Explain the red card to these newbies.
The movie pass. You pay.
Oh, no, do we lose him?
This is it's like technology. So you pay $10 a month, and then you can just go to the movies once a day, any theater that's on there. You show up, you put it in like it's an ATM card, you get your ticket, and you go. Apparently, my father-in-law's gone and used it to buy snacks. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, you got to find out about that one there, Josh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so will
we
you...
get free snacks with us, it's even better.
Yeah, free snacks. Now, will you give us a complete review of the Star Wars 4D after you see it tonight? And it's in... Where are you watching this?
In Hollywood.
Hanging out. Now, are you going alone, or are you trekking with people?
My buddy Chris is going. I watched the Star Wars marathon with him about a week ago.
Okay, now, for everybody listening, you and I did the first Star Wars marathon for the Force Awakens. And how... Now, you're a large man, and you saw this at the El Capitan Theater?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Now, were you in a state of zen sitting in... How many hours was that?
Well, you got to take a bottle of Aleve, and then you twist your body sideways to wedge into the seat, and then you hope for the best.
And it was probably 26 hours, 24 hours?
Well, the key to a good marathon, Jeff, is pacing. So I didn't show up until episode 4 because the first 3 stink.
I love it. I love it.
I know you're a big Jar Jar fan, but I didn't show up until episode 4. I paced myself, and yeah, my hips hurt afterwards.
Well, you are the man for doing so, the biggest Star Wars fan, and the best movie date I've ever had.
Yeah, same. We got to talk about the rat one of these days.
Oh yeah,
rat.
We were wearing flip flops and we went to a movie theater once, and there was a rat that was as big as our cat that ran by us.
Ooh.
Yeah.
A local theater?
Yeah, somewhat local. But
no,
yeah.
we're not going to shame a business.
No.
It's a family show.
But it was a big rat, and we've been back since because they've redid the place. But it was it's a good theater because there's no one ever there.
Yeah.
Because there's big rats.
Big rats, yeah, but they don't mess with us because we're too big.
Yeah, because I'll tell them to be quiet.
That's right. Even during
you
the
don't
Notebook,
mess
you're
with
not
my
afraid.
Nicholas Sparks. Yeah, you don't mess with my Nicholas Sparks.
Hey, Josh, man, you're so funny. We got to bring you back onto the show because I know you and Jeff are hanging out quite a bit, watching all those movies, and he always talks about this big guy that goes to the movies with me.
I will tell you though, Jeff, I think said I was like at the beginning of the show, like I was 6'7" or 6'8". I think I'm that wide. I'm not that tall.
But you
I'm
are
like a brick. I'm stocky.
Yeah, you're stocky. You are the toughest looking man I know. Because you got to say this, he's really, really tough looking. Looks like he drives motorcycles and like would kill you with his bare hands. But the man loves kitties. He likes cats.
He's like Chewbacca.
He likes the porgs.
I would eat a porg.
Josh, we appreciate it and enjoy Star Wars in 4D.
And I'll give you guys an update when you need me to. I'm there for you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Josh. Have fun,
All
buddy.
All right, bye.
4D.
Yeah.
I wonder what that means. Like he said, does Kylo Ren force choke you? Does you get wet?
The chairs move?
Because it's a full experience, right? That's what 4D's all about.
It sounds like one. Maybe you and I should try it.
I do want to try it. I don't think I've ever done that before, a 4D movie. We did the 3D for Star Wars the first time.
Yes, we did.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I was telling you, I don't think I've done a 3D movie, or if I have, it was a long time ago for a kid's movie.
You're strange. You probably saw the 3D movies when they had the red color, red and
like
blue.
A red and blue, yeah.
And it was just a little paper thing. Yeah, they've gone far in technology now. You can see movies in 3D, and it actually looks like it's in 3D.
Dolby surround sound, too. All the good stuff. Hey, when we come back, he's a friend of the program. He's also the head basketball coach at Life Pacific, one of the sites for the Damien Classic. It's the great Tim Cook, and he's going to join us. He's also a Star Wars nerd. So, of course, Star Wars will probably sneak into the conversation as well. We'll talk to Coach Cook. When we come back, it's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
You give her my test. You give her the door test. Before you get out of the car, you lock both doors. Then you walk around the back of the car and you look through the rear window. If she doesn't reach over, lift up that button for you so you can get in, dump her.
Just like that?
Listen to me, kid. If she doesn't reach over and lift up that button for you so you can get in, that means she's a selfish broad, and all you're seeing is the tip of the iceberg. You dump her, and you dump her fast.
The Inland Empire's home for all things IE just got even better. Introducing the award-winning Inland Sports Show with Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Weekdays 3 to 6 p.m.
Your local sports leader in the Inland Empire. Fox Sports IE 1350.
It's my... We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I'd say that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
Oh, Rusty, you are an inspiration to us all.
I'll say, I'm going to start a paper route right now.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
Welcome back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. Going strong the day after Christmas. Lots going on across the IE, NFL, college football, and, of course, all those holiday hoop tournaments. And, Jeff, your phone's just blowing up over there. I mean, it's the day after Christmas, and people are tuning in. We appreciate that.
We do. A lot of people are sending in stuff. Brian Bell, my buddy over at basketball coach at Norte Vista, he's all angry about Star Wars in 3D. He said 3D sucks, and I said back to him, it's because you only have one eyeball.
Jeez.
I'm salty.
That's true, right?
Yeah, Brian Bell, my buddy, and I hate to say I'm not being mean. He had cancer in his eye, and he can't see out of his eyeball anymore. So I was kind of ripping him because he was ripping on 3D, which I love. and he only has one eye, so he's in.
So you texted first, and I assume got like an LOL or a little smiley face or something, right?
No, he just laughs. I mean, he doesn't like 3D, but he is taking his boys tonight to go see Star Wars.
For the first time?
No. Second time.
Okay, so we didn't ruin anything.
No, we did not.
With the milk take.
No.
Or any of that other stuff.
No, but he just doesn't like 3D, and I know why. Everybody knows why now.
Well, welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Time to announce our Marines recruiting station Riverside Athlete of the Week. And, Jeff, it was just a matter of time before this guy got it. We're talking about Riverside Poly basketball star Lamont Butler. All tournament at the Tarkanian Classic in Las Vegas, going for 25 points per game, 6 assists per game, 5 rebounds per game. He helped the Poly Bears reach the finals of the Tark Classic, but they lost to Dominguez from Compton 54-41. But Butler was all tournament. He had 23 points in that championship game. So Lamont Butler, who, Jeff, he's got offers from all over the place.
And he's only a sophomore.
Already can ball out.
Yeah, he's really good. I can't wait to watch him play here in the next couple weeks when everything starts heating up. We can see him in league play, maybe against Rancho Verde.
Yeah, that Rancho Verde versus Poly game is going to be off the hook. I mean, because if you think about it, Rancho Verde, who's still trying to get full strength. Remember, we had Coach Brandon Baker on there, and their big stud San Antonio still trying to get healthy. He's going to be out for a couple weeks. But if you look at Poly, Lamont Butler, Tobin Kuhn from the outside. They've got a big athletic forward in Lavelle Johnson. I mean, Riverside Poly with Yancey Dodson and, of course, Travis Showalter on the bench as well. This is a pretty good team, and they're going to make things very, very interesting in the Inland Valley League with Poly, the Rancho Verde. Of course, you know Mike Barti is going to have JW North in the mix. Always. That goes without saying. Valley View's had some strong teams. I mean, the Inland Valley is going to be pretty fun this year.
Legit, one of the best leagues there are in the Inland Empire, especially in Southern California.
Yeah, and Riverside Poly now with Lamont Butler going down to the Torrey Pines tournament down in the San Diego area. So they've always got some great competition down there, some really good teams. So congratulations once again to Lamont Butler, our Riverside Poly basketball star. He is our Marines Recruiting Station Riverside Athlete of the Week. Congratulations from the Marines. Right now we're going back to the spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change Celebrity Hotline. His home away from home popping off with high school basketball action today. It's the great Tim Cook live here on the Inland Sports Show.
Oh, my goodness. Unbelievable Christmas break, you guys, and we're right into the best high school tournament in the West Coast, 64 teams, and they started play this morning, and there's been some unbelievable games over at Damien, and then we have some other divisions over here at Life Pacific. It's going great. How you guys doing? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, Coach. Do you have any big updates, any scores, any teams, any players that you saw you went, wow, that was great?
Well, I haven't been over at Damien. I'm going over there tonight to watch Damien play St. Bernard, but I'll tell you this right now. Did you guys see the score today between Taft and Etiwanda? Etiwanda beat Taft 81-53. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Etiwanda's so good.
I mean, putting a hurt on people with that. And then Oak Park is going to play, I think the bracket is that they play Etiwanda tomorrow. I mean, that's going to be an absolute bloodbath. I mean, you talk about two really good teams going at it.
We were looking at some of those matchups. The one that Jeff and I were kind of salivating over was that Cajon versus Rancho Christian matchup. And Rancho won that one 67-56. So we look at some of the teams that are there and the way the schedules worked out, some of these early round matchups. So many great teams and players and coaches. I mean, it's hard to even just pick one.
It's crazy, you guys. I was watching some of the lower bracket games. They have, gold and silver and bronze, and we have a mixture of those teams over here at Life Pacific. And these open-level teams, I mean, when you watch them play, there are Division I kids all over the place. You got Santa Margarita, you have Taft, Etiwanda, Damien, Oak Park. I mean, it is absolutely ridiculous. And these kids are so well matured, and the difference between the open level and all the other levels is it's night and day. It's like us playing the Division I schools in the NEI level.
We got Tim Cook from Life Pacific, the athletic director, and also the head men's basketball coach. And Life Pacific, one of the sites for the Damien Holiday Classic. So, Coach, can you enjoy Christmas, or as you're unwrapping presents, are you thinking, do we have enough Gatorade? Who's taking the tickets tomorrow? Who's going to unlock the bathrooms? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think about all the things that has to be done.
Oh, it's crazy. We had it all set up like a month ago, and it just looks beautiful in here with all the different advertisements. And we just have such a great crew here. We have some of our players working the event. I have my assistants working the event. It's such a special thing for the community. I was looking at it's not just a basketball tournament, and we've already had hundreds and hundreds of people through into our gym that they get to see our great. You guys have seen our facilities, so you know it's a great small college venue, and the more people that see it, the better for recruiting, the better for our name. It's just awesome.
Yeah, that was the next question I had. How does this really help you with recruiting? I mean, are your assistant coaches and yourself, are you guys sitting there taking notes of these guys that are maybe might not be Division I, Division II, but the guys that fit into that level of the NAIA division, the kind of guys that you want to play in your system?
Yeah, it's actually, Jeff, we recruit to a D2 level because we want a Division II type kid. We think the GSAC is a Division II type league, so we try to jump maybe one or a half a level higher in our recruiting process. So we have notes, and we actually go back and forth between San Dimas and Light Pacific and Bonita and Damien. And, I mean, we get to see 64 teams play over the next 5 days. And, I mean, there is a plethora of talent and deep wells in Southern California recruiting. I think if you can't find someone in a tournament like this, you might want to find another job. So
I'm just happy that you just used the word plethora.
Yes, I did. I thought you liked that working at Cal back in the day. There's always something great about coming on.
We've got the great Tim Cook here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. 'Tis the season for all these holiday hoop tournaments the day after Christmas. But, Coach, you also recently saw Star Wars, didn't you?
Oh, thank goodness you threw that one in. Now, listen, I'm really going to disappoint Jeff. I don't know if I'm going to disappoint you, Pep, but I kind of liked it. I thought it was pretty good. The last one, I wasn't real a big fan. This one kind of, I don't know, I liked it. No Darth Vader, though, and no Sith and stuff. I was getting a little bit perplexed about some of the plot stuff, but I did like it. I love Star Wars, though, so
So you're giving it the thumbs up, the Tim Cook thumbs up.
I have to, because my wife liked it. I really liked some of the plot scenes and all that. I know, Jeff, you thought it was all over the place, but I have to give it a thumb. I have to give it a thumbs up. I love Star Wars.
Yeah, my wife
love it.
My wife and two boys loved it, so I got to go with you. I liked it better the second time, but still, it was all over the place for me. But it's still enjoyable. But I'll give you a pass this one time, Coach.
Yeah, you bring Mark Hamill back with the full beard and the full lightsaber. I don't know. I have to give him that one.
Well, Coach, I think Jeff and our problem was, we get into all these Star Wars theories and we read about what the movie might be about. We get all excited about certain things that we think are going to happen. So I think it's our own fault for having different expectations, and then we watch the movie and it goes completely in the opposite direction. Now, Luke Skywalker using Just for Men and looking younger and all that stuff, I'm not going to ruin the plot, but I'm into that. Like, I liked it. I saw the movie a second time. I was into it. It got better for me. But there were still certain things I wanted to see happen, and they didn't happen. I felt a little crushed.
Oh, I agree. But can anyone please go out on a limb and say that some of the acting was really not very good? I mean, the redheaded guy, come on, man.
Yeah, they made him look like a buffoon.
Yeah, they made him look silly.
And I don't think that Han Solo's son, the evil guy, he's like a C- actor.
There we go.
I'm like, come on, man, give me Disney. Could you get someone? I mean, I was a little disappointed because there was some overacting scenes, and I'm like, come on, man. Darth Vader never overacted.
No, and the only reason your wife liked that movie is because that guy was shirtless. That's why my wife liked it. Don't let her kid you. She probably hated the movie, but as soon as that guy took off his shirt, she was like, oh, yeah, oh.
Unbelievable. You don't get that. What's up with Disney, man, doing that? They shouldn't have done that.
No.
He needs to put the Boba Fett costume back on.
Yeah, I don't want to see a guy's nipples on screen.
No, not in Star Wars. Come on.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
No nips. Hey,
I don't know, but yeah.
I was going to ask you real quick. Where is Austin and his shorts? Who are they playing tonight?
His shorts.
Oh, St. Bernard, and I expect a good game from that youngster and their team, and I would love to see them. They got to the final last year and lost to Mater Dei, and I'd like to see them play Santa. I think they match up with Santa Margarita in the semis if everything goes well. That could be an absolute war. It's just such a great tournament. It really is. I mean, what a great high school tournament.
Are Austin shorts going to score any points tonight?
No, I know. Jeff, I tell you what, I went home, I said, could you just give me one Christmas present? Could you just unroll them one time from the top, just once, so they could just go, listen, I know you're Paul Bunyan, and I know you love everybody to see those legs, but are you kidding me, son? Could you just unroll them one time from the top of the spandex? No, I'm not going to do it. I'm telling you. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do next.
Well, you can just, there's a couple things. For one, everybody should go watch him play. And two, you can disown him. Or three, we can just make it a point to everyone wear their shorts just like Austin Cook.
Well, I won't disown him. I love the kid too much, but
those shorts.
We might. No, I can't wear those shorts like that either. So what was the other one? I don't know the other.
Well, we'll give him an intervention. Or the third thing is everybody show up wearing their little brother's shorts.
Well, because if you think about it, Coach Cook and Jeff, okay, so Johnny Kennedy at UC Riverside, he has pretty short shorts, but I'm thinking NBA or even big time college basketball. Is there anyone out there rocking really short shorts? Is it a style thing, or is it just an Austin Cook thing?
It's an Austin Cook and a Johnny Kennedy thing.
Well, I don't know. Did you see Benny Boatwright's shorts last night on the Hawaii game at USC? They're pretty short. They're pulled up pretty high.
So
I don't know. I mean, he pulls them up pretty high.
He had the Austin Cook
11.
Yeah, the Austin.
Yeah,
Cooks.
A little bit, but he doesn't. You know what he does? Austin folds them up at the spandex twice or three times, so they're shorter. And I'm like, what are you doing?
See, that's what I thought. At the elastic band, right? He just rolls it over a couple times.
Yeah, he rolls it over a couple times. And I'm like, nobody wants to see that. Are you serious?
Yeah,
come on, man.
There's Dr. Phil. We can have an intervention, a TV show about his shorts if you like.
Well, we need something. We might need Oprah on this one too. Because I mean, I'm telling you, hey Jeff, I'm telling you, my wife is beside herself. She's like, nobody wants to see that. And it's just and I told his assistant, I go, could you please threaten that he doesn't start and he doesn't play minutes? Just have him unfold it just once, just so he could just come down a little bit. No.
We'll get posters made of Austin shorts. There'll be a real small poster.
I love one of the fat heads of him in the studio. If you ever do that, Coach, if you make us one, we'll put it up in here.
We need to, and you need to have it on his release, because I'll tell you what, if he just keeps shooting like he's shooting, I guess he can keep rolling his shorts up.
See, that's the deal. His game backs it up. If he keeps playing like that, what do you say?
That's what I'm saying. The other thing is, you guys, there's a point where I let his hair grow and he get his shorts rolled up, and I said, well, the dude gets straight A's and a couple, and he got a couple B's or whatever. I'm like, I can't say anything. He doesn't, he's got to have a little bit of freedom.
Did you say you let his hair grow?
Well, you didn't see. I got to show you guys a picture back in the day. He had the worst hairdo you've ever seen in your life. You think those shorts are bad? Wait till I send you a picture of his hairdo.
Yeah, but you and I have bad hair. There's nothing else we can say. Is you and I have the worst hair.
No, Jeff. You and I, Telly Savalas is way better. When I'm going to send you, I'm going to send you a picture. You are going to fall over. It's so bad. You're going to put it up in the studio.
I will.
So bad.
I will.
Well, at least tweet it out. We could do that immediately.
Tweet it out. Tweet it out and have a picture a second picture underneath with just his shorts.
There you go.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll put like best high school basketball player question marks. Well, Coach Cook, we always appreciate the time. Enjoy that Damien Holiday Classic. Great job being a host site for some of those games. And, man, there's so many great schools out there, including a bunch from the Inland Empire. Jeff.
And then tell us, when's the next game for the Life Pacific? When are you guys playing again?
Yeah, we play December 29th here against UC Merced, which is another NAI school. They're going to go NCAA Division II. It's going to be an absolute war, and hopefully we can get you guys out to call another game. And our own Brad Evans is working on his, play-by-play. He did a great job. We're 1-0 with him, with Brad, and we're 0-1 with you guys. So I don't know what's going on.
But we got a free T-shirt when we went.
Hashtag Warrior Up.
That Warrior Up T-shirt is money.
Hey, Coach, we saw UC Merced last week against UC Riverside. Having seen you guys in person and seeing UC Merced in person, I like your chances.
Coach, you're going to beat them.
Oh, thank you. We're going to go try. We got 14 games left on the schedule, and we have a shot at all of them after playing these D1 schools, and really such a tough schedule for us. And we're going to just go out and take one game at a time, as they say, and practice hard, and we'll see where the chips fall and see if we can get back to Indiana with this group. It'll be interesting.
Well, just like the Crusades, I hope those Christian schools beat up on UC Merced and beat them up.
Thank you. I love you guys. I love being on the show. I'm very blessed to feel a part of it, and this classic is going to be awesome. So keep an eye on it, and Jeff, I'll send you some text messages, and thanks for having me on.
Hey, no problem.
We want to see the hair. We want to see the shorts, and any good score updates. We'll take those too.
Oh, they're coming. Wait till you guys see this. You're gonna absolutely die. Jeff's gonna fall over. That's all I have to say. I'm serious. You wait till you see this, dude. Worst haircut I've ever seen in my entire life.
Coach Cook, you are the best. A belated Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's do this again soon because we want some updates from Damien.
Oh, you bet. Love you guys.
All right, see you, Coach. We love you too. Bye.
Okay, see ya.
Coach Cook, Life Pacific, breaking it down here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Yeah, so that's kind of funny. So UC Merced played UC Riverside on Friday night. We did the game. UC Riverside rolled, obviously like they were supposed to, right? They were supposed to do that. Now they've got Life Pacific coming up this Friday. Jeff, Life Pacific's going to win that game.
They're going to beat them like stepchildren.
They're going to beat them bad. I think Life Pacific set up to have a big win against UC Merced, which the Bobcats, UC Merced, actually making the jump to Division II.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, Life Pacific, last year they made the national tournament, and they've played great teams. UC Merced playing Division I teams as well. It's going to be a good one, but Coach Cook does a great job over there, doesn't he?
He does. He does a fantastic job, and also the athletic director and his son. I know he's too modest. He's a very great humble guy, but his son, one of the best basketball players in Southern California at Damien High School. And Damien, one of the top-ranked teams in the CIF Southern Section preseason rankings. That Damien Holiday Classic, a lot of great matchups, a lot of great teams, and as stuff unfolds there at the Holiday Classic, we'll pass it along here on the Inland Sports Show. When we come back, I'm going to tell you why the Rams will and need to lose to my San Francisco 49ers.
Okay, they
need to do it.
Okay.
It'll make sense, I promise.
Sounds good.
Or I might be crazy.
You are crazy.
One of the two. We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
Brennan, I can't even make eye contact with you right now. Your voice is like a combination of Fergie and Jesus.
The Inland Empire's home for all things IE just got even better. Introducing the award-winning Inland Sports Show with Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorup.
Weekdays 3 to 6 p.m.
Your local sports leader in the Inland Empire. Fox Sports IE 1350.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I'd say that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
Focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. Just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. Come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Discounted product must be of equal or lesser value, sales tax not included.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. iHeartRadio Music Festival. Our sold out 2017 iHeartRadio Music Festival from Las Vegas. Let's go! 2 nights, 1 stage. Over 20 of the biggest artists on the planet. Celebrated with iHeartRadio fans from around the world.
iHeartRadio, we appreciate it.
Our sold out 2017 iHeartRadio Music Festival. Coldplay, Big Thomas Rhett, The Weeknd, and more. Watch the best of our iHeartRadio Music Festival this Thursday night and Friday night at 8 p.m. on the CW KTLA 5. From the Cold Star Ice Studios, it's Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM, KUBE, Riverside.
I've swum here every summer in my adult life. Every summer, there she is. Lotion. Oily. Oily. I can't take this no more.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
Man, dig that crazy.
You remember this song, Jeff? I do. This goes out to Austin Cook. Damien High School basketball star.
Austin Cook in his short shorts.
Oh, my goodness. Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Because, again, I really didn't know. I didn't know if the short shorts were a growing trend. Like in the NBA, there's a couple guys doing it, and they're like, oh, that's kind of cool. Or if it's just really an Austin Cook thing. Because Johnny Kennedy is really tiptoeing that line on shorts that we would consider too short.
Yeah, he was.
But he's having some good games. He just had a great game. So you can't really say too much. Johnny Kennedy and Austin Cook.
Yeah, he played great last game for the Highlanders. Highlanders winning 2 in a row.
Back to back.
It's great. They're great at home. I can't wait to see them on the road here.
I'm like, Jeff, what do you think about their matchups with Utah Valley and Seattle? He's like, I don't know, but we're getting Waba Grill, and then they're going to deliver pizza to us.
Yeah, there's always good. Right now, it's just looking at. We're staying at the Fairfield Inn and Suites in Provo, Orem, and it looks pretty nice. I can't wait to stay there, and I can't wait to eat. And I can't wait to do.
You're doing the games too, right?
I'm going to do the games. I'm going to do the shoot around. I'm going to shoot if I get a chance. I'm going to score on the Highlanders.
Coach Cutts trusted me to go through the walkthrough with his team.
Yeah, don't trust me.
Yeah, he's not going to trust
There is no way. I am shooting the ball.
Sabotage it.
Yeah, he's just pass the ball to me. I'm going to shoot it. I should be the shooter on the other team.
Shoot, right?
Yeah, shooters shoot, rebounders rebound, and assists men
drive old
cars. That is right.
Well, welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. The biggest game in history is quickly approaching. We're talking about the 33rd annual Inland Empire All-Star Classic, the longest running high school football all-star game in the state of California. It's January 13th at Centennial High School as Matt Logan from Centennial will coach the Riverside County All-Stars against the great Nick Matheny from Summit High School, and he will coach the San Bernardino County All-Stars. Again, it's a UCLA versus USC colored theme. And bragging rights on the line, January 13th from Centennial High School, the 33rd annual, long-running tradition. Jeff, I know you were a basketball guy, but do you remember like the football players at your school getting ready to play in this game and how big it was back in the day?
I do. I remember going to the first game.
The very first annual?
Trust me, I have bothered Jim Clover for darn near 40 years of my life.
Did Jim Clover make you pass out?
Yes, Jim Clover.
Is that a true story?
Yeah.
I heard a rumor.
Yeah, Jim Clover.
We didn't talk about it on the show.
No, but yeah, Jim Clover, at one time, he had the sport clinic was over on Brockton. But I think this was the one on 14th Street. He had me come in. I was rehabbing one of my ankle injuries, whatever. And there was a thing called a Versa Climber where you act like you're climbing this ladder, continuous ladder. And he said, hey, I'll bet you $10 you can't do that for 10 minutes straight. And being the cocky jerk guy that I was.
Oh, yeah.
I said I could take that bet. So I did it. I got off the Versa Climber and passed out. And then he told everybody in this circle of people that were there, I'm going to make Jeff pass out. And he did.
And he did.
I was out like a light.
Great Jim Clover.
Yeah, but he teaches those CPR classes all the time.
He brought you back?
He brought me back. I don't know if we had kissed lips or whatever, but
unless you're a Force ghost right now.
In my fantasy, Jim Clover and I locked lips, and he brought me back to life.
Well, he's an amazing man. He brought Jeff back.
He did. Brought me back from the dead.
And he's the main guy. He and Rodney Kyles behind the 33rd annual IE All-Star Classic. Again, that's January 13th at Centennial High School. There's only one Inland Empire All-Star Classic. We're excited to be a part of it. Only one that we'd put our name on. And we're excited to see San Bernardino County going up against Riverside County at Centennial High School, the home of the Sith Lord himself, the evil Empire, Matt Logan, who will join us, Jeff, tomorrow on the show. Matt Logan, because, again, a lot of social media run on the fact that he's going to be staying at Centennial for at least another 10 years.
Signed a 10-year deal.
At least. Hey, and Bill Gunn, the athletic director at Centennial High School, is going to join the show in about 30 minutes.
He is.
To talk about it as well.
I know Bill Gunn was probably worried. He's probably the guy that sent out that text saying, hey, he is staying here.
Lock him up. Because, again, it's social media's fault. It's Twitter's fault. It's, all these rumors. If there's any potential job opening, like, I heard so-and-so might leave his school. Matt Logan.
Always.
If you're the best, I don't care if it's the NFL, college football. If something opens up in the NFL, they're going to say, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? What's the biggest name out there? Matt Logan.
Yeah, I can see him. I mean, JCs would love to have him, and I don't know, Division I schools, I don't know if he could recruit, but he could sure heck coach those guys.
I know Bill Gunn wants to keep him around, but I'm just saying, wouldn't it be cool if you saw something like, I don't know, UCLA just opened up? If Matt Logan's name was associated with UCLA, like, okay, the finalists, Matt Logan, Chip Kelly, and Nick Saban.
I can see his name being thrown around in the mix for sure.
But again, he's not going anywhere. We're just having fun, and Bill Gunn will join us in about 30 minutes to talk about Matt Logan staying at Centennial at least another 10 years. Hey, we're looking at the NFL playoff pictures. Did you watch some little bit of football, Jeff, over the Christmas break?
Of
couple days
course
off?
I did. I watched my Rams and Jack Skellington and Todd Gurley just throw up some MVP numbers.
Well, listen, here's the deal. I really think, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a 49er Jimmy G fan, I'm back on board the 49er train. I was disgusted by them for a number of different reasons, but I'm feeling the love again with Jimmy Garoppolo leading him to 4 straight wins. I am. You laugh over there. I am. I'm feeling the love once again.
I just like saying the word Garoppolo.
Garoppolo.
It just sounds funny.
Jimmy G.
Okay, now why do you think that? Why do you want them to win and yada yada?
So here's the deal. Do I want to see the 49ers in on a winning streak? Yes. Do I want to see Jimmy G improve to 7-0 all-time as a starter and go 5-0 with the 49ers? Yeah, I want to see all that. But you're a Rams fan. So here's how it affects you as well. I need and want the Rams to lose against the 49ers. Because think about this, Jeff. Call me crazy. You're
crazy.
The last time you called me crazy is when I said, hey, I think Trevor Oaks might get into the Dodgers starting rotation this year.
And
then we had Jim Alexander from the Press Enterprise come in and say, you know what? I was thinking the same exact thing. And if anyone knows local sports, it's Jim Alexander, right? So he had my back on that one.
He did.
But don't call me crazy on this one. Here's the deal.
Crazy.
So the Rams are currently the number 3 seed in the NFC, right?
Yes.
So if they lose against the 49ers, they have the potential of dropping to number 4. Correct?
Correct.
So the 3 and the 4 seeds will host first-round games. So even if the Rams drop from 3 to 4, they will still host, correct, a game at the Coliseum in Los Angeles. A very big deal.
Very huge.
But look beyond that. So if they were the number 4 seed, they would play the team that's number 1 in the NFC, which could likely be the Eagles.
Yes, it should be the Eagles.
Did you see the Eagles last night against the Raiders?
I did. Backup quarterback.
They didn't look that good.
No, and I'm telling you, if you have a backup quarterback, you're going to get the flaws are going to be shown. They can't keep this win streak alive, so that would be great.
That's what I'm thinking. So if you look at it right now, as of today, it goes Eagles at number 1, Vikings at number 2, the Rams at number 3 with their first NFC West title since 2003, okay? Then the Saints are at 4, Panthers 5, Falcons at 6. So let's just say the Rams finish at 4 and they play the Panthers. Okay? That's in Los Angeles. I like the Rams odds in that one.
I do as well.
Go beyond that to the next round. The Rams would likely get the Eagles. And we saw the Raiders, who are having a down season. The Raiders should have beaten the Eagles last night.
They should have. And the Raiders, that was a great year for them. What are you talking about?
Coming from a Rams fan, right? Exactly.
Yeah, I've never been a Raiders fan. No.
I thought you were enjoying your silver and black Christmas over there.
No, never at all. I just wanted them to lose every single game, except for when they play the Cowboys. And then I don't care who loses because I hate them both.
They're all losers. Anybody home? But from a Rams fan, from your perspective, Jeff, I'm putting myself in your shoes.
I would love for them to play the Eagles.
Yeah, because bottom line, would you rather play in Minnesota or would you rather play in Philadelphia?
In Philly.
Just based on what's happening lately.
Yes, I would rather play in Philly just because the backup quarterback, they're always susceptible. They can't run the same exact stuff as the starter, so their playbooks shrunk, and that gives the Rams defense, which is phenomenal, a chance to win. And that offense is already good anyways. Todd Gurley is an MVP, I think, in the league this year.
He's having a crazy good season. We're going to talk about that more in a moment as well. Todd Gurley's breakout junior campaign with the Rams. So if you're a Rams fan, yes, if you lose to the 49ers, it's okay. Probably in your best interest, in fact, assuming you guys could go to Philadelphia in the following round. So you have to obviously get through the wild card round, looks like the Panthers,
Yes.
And then go on the road to Philadelphia, which, again, the Eagles do not look invincible.
No, they do not.
Because the Raiders almost shredded them up last night. Well, I won't say shredded them up, but they were in there till the very end.
But can we say something about Gurley's day, his game, last game? Think of this. It was the third best game in Rams history for any running back, right?
Yeah.
Think about this. The last time somebody topped 100 rushing yards and 150 receiving yards in a single game, do you know when the last time that was?
Wait, can I throw out a name?
Yes.
I don't know what you're looking at right now. I'm going to say Thurman Thomas.
No.
Buffalo Bills?
No. The last time it was done was in 1986.
Oh, even before Thurman Thomas.
Herschel Walker.
So
you figure he's had the best year in 30-plus years of any running back. And think about what he's done the last 6 games. It's ridiculous. He is leading the rushing yards at 1,300 yards. All-purpose yards, he has 2,093, and he's got 13 rushing touchdowns and 19 overall. That's an MVP season.
He is having an MVP season. In fact, people are saying it's basically between he and Mo Brady's brother.
Yeah, I don't think he should get it either. I don't think Mo Brady's brother should get it. Because you think about what the Rams have done this year opposed to last year.
Yeah, compared to what Sean McVay's done this year and Jeff Fisher from last year. In fact, did you see something that Jeff Fisher said?
Oh, yeah, he's responsible for it, basically, is what he said.
Yeah, basically, he's like, well, I left that team in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, he is. I'm telling you right now, Sean McVay has really brought the confidence level into Jack Skellington, who I think right now is one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. You can argue, people argue he's one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league in his sophomore season.
And I'll be honest, because I was around Rams camp quite a bit last year. We ramped up our high school coverage this year, so I didn't have as much time to go to Irvine and check out the Rams camp. But last year, Jared Goff was tripping over his own feet. The snaps were getting away, like he couldn't even hand the ball off. It was ugly. I was like, there's no way this guy's going to bounce back.
People said he was a bigger bust than Ryan Leaf.
Yeah. Yeah. Greg's like, I remember that name.
But they did say,
Ryan Leaf,
people said that he was a bigger bust than Ryan Leaf. You got to figure, he was in a system at Cal where he was throwing the ball every single time, basically, out of the shotgun. And you got to think, the guy, throwing-wise, he's got great skill. He just needs to, the NFL is such a fast-paced game compared to college. And it's like a high school kid going to playing college Division I. It's going to take some time.
Yeah.
And he is the best skilled guy. For a sophomore out there throwing the ball around, he's throwing darts at guys. He's got a great receiving core, and he's got the toughest guy in Todd Gurley, I think, in the league. Todd Gurley had a rotten year last year.
He did.
Now
he was great as a rookie, and then last year he was not very good at all.
You got to think about it. He had 26 carries. What happens when I said this week after week after week? If Gurley gets more than 20 carries, the Rams win. When they don't, I think versus the Eagle, he had 13 carries. They didn't win. They're going to have to utilize that guy, and that means that they're using the clock, and they're going to have a chance to win. And if you get him 20 carries, the Rams will win the game.
It's crazy to think that Todd Gurley has nearly 800 receiving yards this season, on top of leading the NFL in rushing and rushing touchdowns. Like he's again, I harken back to like Thurman Thomas and Emmitt Smith. I know I'm kind of aging myself right here, but running backs who can catch the ball from out of the backfield, they're also a receiving threat, which is such a great security blanket as a quarterback for a guy like Jared Goff. Because last year he didn't have that.
No.
His receivers were dropping passes. He was tripping on his own feet. Todd Gurley could not get anything going in the run game. It's just completely 180 this season as compared to what we saw last year with the Rams. So now they could have the coach of the year. They could have the MVP. They've got the division title. They're in the Super Bowl talk. You've got to talk about the Rams.
You do. And you got to think about, we're talking MVP with Gurley. Think about the last running back to win the MVP in the NFL. The last running back. Adrian Peterson, 2012. And that was after he had his knee surgery. Remember, he made his comeback.
Yeah.
He's having a better year than Adrian Peterson had in 2012. You got to give it to him.
Oh, and so versatile. Like, I remember, going back as a 49er fan, Roger Craig, Ricky Waters, the guys who could catch the ball in the backfield, 1,000-yard rusher, almost 1,000-yard receiver. That's what I remember about Todd Gurley.
And you got to figure, the 2000s is all this century has been all about receivers, right? Quarterbacks and receivers. There's only been 2 running backs that have won the MVP in the last 17 years. Only 2 guys. LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006, Adrian Peterson, and I'm telling you, Todd Gurley. So whoever's listening, if you have a write-in vote, Todd Gurley for MVP.
It's between him and Mo Brady's brother.
And he's really... Oh, now if you're the serious, okay, we're gonna go on another topic. New England, you get rid of Garoppolo. Why would you not keep that guy for another year and just get rid of Mo Brady's brother? You have to.
That's the $1 million question right now.
You're gonna have to.
I've heard every reason under the sun from the owner said no, Tom Brady's our guy, and Bill Belichick saying okay, I'm so on board with you. I'll show you how on board I am with you. I'm going to get rid of Jimmy G, and Tom Brady is our guy. Which, he's having a fantastic year. He could probably still go several more years.
What's the only thing that's undefeated? Father Time. He's 40-plus years old. He's not going to make it. He can't last forever.
He won't last forever, but, there's no end in sight. That's the crazy thing.
Belichick's going to retire when he leaves.
Mo Brady's brother.
Yes.
Hey, when we come back, we've talked a lot about the Rams. We're going to talk about the Chargers a little bit because the Chargers, Jeff, believe it or not, we're going into the final week of the regular season, and the LA Chargers still have a chance to make the playoffs.
I hope they do.
We will tell you the scenario. We'll tell you exactly what has to happen for the Lightning Bolts to punch their ticket to the postseason when we come back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Prepare ship for light speed. No, light speed is too slow. Light speed too slow? Yes, we're gonna have to go right to ludicrous speed. Ludicrous speed.
The Inland Empire's home for all things IE just got even better. Introducing the award-winning Inland Sports Show with Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorup.
Weekdays 3 to 6 p.m.
Your local sports leader in the Inland Empire. Fox Sports IE 1350. Inland Empire.
How you guys doing today? Ray Bass here from Boost Training. I'm here today at the Boost Performance Center with the one and only Pep Fernandez. Today's Boost training tip is all about speed. We're talking about the weighted sled push. Come check it out. So when it comes to the weighted sled sprint, it's all about strength endurance. More specifically, building strength within the hips, the knees, and the calves. All right? So whatever sport you play, if you got to be strong and fast, sled sprints are for you. So I'm going to have Sawyer go ahead and get his hand placement right. We're going to get his hand about mid-height on that bar. He's going to back his feet out. He's going to bend his elbows and really get in the prowler here. Okay, so what I'm looking for here, when I say go, he's going to drive his knees very powerfully, and he wants to apply as much force against the ground as he can. That's what it's all about, how much force we can apply against the ground. All right, so ready, set, go. So there you have it, the weighted sled sprint. If you're not doing it, you definitely want to add it to your regimen to get strong and fast, and we're doing right here at Boost.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cahelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the Crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Go to unitedway.org because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
And here's something else, Bob. I have 8 different bosses right now. I beg your pardon? 8 bosses. 8? 8, Bob. So that means that when I make a mistake, I have 8 different people coming by to tell me about it.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
And we are back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM every single weekday, 3 to 6 p.m. I'm Pep Fernandez. That's Jeff Gorham. Greg down here holding down the board. And Jeff, we've talked a lot about the Rams.
Yes, we have.
And for good reason. Real bounce-back season. I remember making fun of him when the season began because I have a Ramona Rams football helmet at home that's blue with the white horns. Yeah, do you want me to bring it in tomorrow?
Yeah, I would love to see that. Horns up, baby.
So I said, because remember the Rams this year went to the all-blue helmets with the white horns.
They did.
They eliminated the gold and yellow from the helmet.
They did.
And so, of course, I said, who did it better? I was like, the Ramona Rams, man. They were doing this. I know, listen, the LA Rams did it a long time ago. They brought it back. I get that. But the Ramona Rams, they do it better. Well, I was wrong. The Rams are back. They had such an awful first year in Los Angeles, but now they had a real bounce-back season, won their first West title since 2003, and now look like a serious threat in the NFC. So apologies to the Rams, but I'll bring in my Ramona Rams helmet tomorrow.
Sweet.
Meanwhile, if you're a Chargers fan, Jeff, there is still hope. You 20,000 people out there, or however many out
5,000
there,
people.
5,000 that still follow the Chargers, there's hope. They can still do this.
They can. Just think they started off 0-4.
They started 0-4. They had a hot streak. They beat the Jets this last week, a real slobber knocker. That was 14-7. So right now, here's how the AFC looks right now. It was a real slobber knocker. Right now, number 1 is Mo Brady's brother's team.
Yes.
The Patriots. They're at number 1. Steelers at 2, followed by the Jaguars at 3, who lost to Jimmy G.
Did you say Jaguars or Jaguars?
Jaguars.
Hey, you're definitely from some weird place.
Jaguars.
Okay, go ahead.
Jaguars.
Whatever, Jaguars.
Number 3,
Jaguar.
the Jacksonville Jaguars. Chiefs at 4, Ravens 5, Titans 6. So if you're a Chargers fan, here's what needs to happen. They need to beat the Raiders this weekend, which I think they will. It's in Los Angeles.
The Raiders.
And the Titans need to lose to the Jaguars.
There you go, Jaguars.
And the Ravens need to beat the Bengals. So if you have a rooting interest in the Chargers, you want to see the Titans lose, and you want to see the Ravens win. So that's basically what needs to happen for the Chargers to get into the postseason. So they don't control their own destiny. They need to beat the Raiders, and they need some help.
Well, you got to think about the first 4 losses of their season were made basically because of the kicker.
Yeah.
You think about it, if they're just...
Remember the first guy? Young Hoku.
Young Hoku, get him out!
We were all behind Young Hoku, but he kept missing the field goals.
Yeah, he cost him. I mean,
I think they've had 5 kickers going back to the preseason.
Yes, they have. And it's always a round table of kickers. If you look at the kickers in the NFL, when guys go down, there's always like a core group of like kickers that like travel around, and they end up on they'll be on 5 different teams during the season, and somebody ends up like going to the Super Bowl because I do think the playoffs something will happen in the playoffs that will be due to a kicker. The Rams, think about it.
Yeah, it could come down to a kicker.
Yeah, it really
field
can.
Position or a big field goal.
I mean,
And you're right, the kickers, it's like a small talent pool. I remember, befriending a couple guys who had like a cup of coffee in the NFL.
They all do.
And, they get cut, they become real estate agents, or, maybe they sell insurance, whatever they do, but they still kick on the side because you just never know. Oh, man, I'm drawing a blank. There was a guy, his last name was it Sam Baker? His last name was Baker. He and his brother were both kickers.
Yes, I know you're talking.
They both had a cup of coffee in the NFL. I was always checking in with him because he'd be like, "Oh, I'm going off to Tennessee. The Titans need a kicker. I'm gonna go work out for them." Or the Bills. The Bills need a kicker. I'm gonna go work out for them. So they would live their normal 9-to-5 lives, whatever it was, managing a Subway or. Whatever they did, but they always kicked on the side at like the local high school or the junior college because they just knew they would get at least one phone call throughout the season because someone would need a kicker, and they were always ready.
Well, I want to say the guy that kicked for the Rams this past week was 2 weeks ago. He was with someone else. The guy that took Zerline's spot.
Oh man, what was his name? Sam, wasn't Ficken?
Yeah, he was at some other team the week before, and then he was with 3 other teams throughout the season. And it's just crazy. They were going to have Hecker, whatever his name is.
Johnny Hecker.
He was going to be the place kicker, but he couldn't do it. So they brought in this guy he's a journeyman. But there is a talent pool of like 4 guys that play for. They fill schedules the entire season.
Yeah, and on the side, like I said, they're selling life insurance.
Yes.
Or
working in grocery stores.
Yeah, bagging groceries.
Yeah.
But they kick on the side because, again, they know that call is going to come. I'm going to have to go through my cell phone. You know what? Maybe I should line up that interview, the guy who used to kick.
That would be great.
And what it's like being a pro kicker, but let's say you get cut during training camp or like right before the start of the season, but you're going to get a phone call, and you got to stay in shape, and you got to keep kicking on the side because that phone call will come because kickers – it's so finicky. Kickers get hurt. Kickers get hot. They get cold. They get cut. And you got to be ready.
Well, the guy from the Rams missed the first 2. They were all worried about him this last game. They're like, what's going on? So, But, it's a specialized thing, man. But it'll cost you. And it could either cost you or help you in the playoffs.
Well, hopefully it doesn't come down to a kick for the Chargers this weekend. But they have to beat the Raiders, and they need help. If you're a Chargers fan, just take care of your own business at first. Beat the Raiders. And then, again, hopefully the Titans lose to the Jaguars. And the Ravens beat the Bengals.
They should. But the Chargers do have a great defense. It's a young core of guys. And like I said, Rivers has a small window here to win, but he's still a pretty good quarterback. You got to say.
He's still a really good quarterback in the bookends with Melvin Ingram and Joey Bosa.
Joey Bosa's really good.
Yeah, they're tough. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk Centennial High School football with the athletic director of the Huskies, Bill Gunn. And again, Matt Logan not going anywhere. He's hanging around the Evil Empire. We'll talk to him when we come back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
I don't like locked doors around here. They make me crazy. I was locked up and said, pass the wire. Pass the wire. I don't want no grilled cheese. No, Leroy. I'm bilingual. There's a difference. No more locked doors. Gracias.
The Inland Empire's home for all things IE just got even better. Introducing the award-winning Inland Sports Show with Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
Weekdays 3 to 6 p.m.
Your local sports leader in the Inland Empire. Fox Sports IE 1350.
Only AT&T gives you entertainment your way. So here's our message in a more entertaining way.
Give me what I want, or you'll never see your sidekick again.
Give him what he wants, Mac.
What do you want?
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I'd say that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
United Way to make the community stronger. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Cool!
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Visit discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
If you're struggling with your mortgage, there's a free government program that offers expert one-on-one advice about your mortgage options. Call 1-888-995-HOPE or visit makinghomeaffordable.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Treasury, HUD, and the Ad Council.
My name is Tom.
My name is Cindy.
We give to and volunteer with United Way at our community free health clinic.
We know our time and money are going to the right places.
We don't just wear the shirt.
We live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Woo! Come on! We're streaking! Come on! Come on! We're running! Come on! Woo! Woo! We're streaking! We're streaking!
Now back to the Inland Sports Show. Here's Pep and Jeff.
And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Going strong, about 30 minutes here on our big Tuesday show, the day after Christmas, as we're getting you set for a big week of college football bowl games. Final week of the NFL regular season. UCR with a critical big basketball trip. Jeff's going to be there. He's already breaking out his happy dance. That's a little early. I mean, you don't leave till tomorrow.
I'm listening to Eddie Grant, man. I didn't hear a word you said. I'm going down to Electric Avenue, baby.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, wait, we're talking about me going on a trip in my favorite rocket ship.
Zooming through the sky.
Hey, you have little kids. Yeah, going to Utah and Seattle.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're going to have a lot of fun. You got the itinerary. You get lots of good food. See some good basketball.
They're delivering pizza to my room tomorrow at 10:30.
I get to dream come
I get to eat pizza at 10:30 at night. I can't wait.
You get to pick the toppings, or they just drop them?
Oh, no, I get to pick my toppings. Everything? I get to, and my heart's going to stop about 11:45.
Oh, my gosh. You're going to be living it up with the UC Riverside basketball team. Big trip coming up to Utah Valley and Seattle University. We'll talk more about that tomorrow, as Jeff will spend at least a good half of the show with us, maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And then embark for the great unknown.
Yes, I'm going to get picked up by the Associate Athletic Director.
John Maxwell.
John Maxwell's going to come by the studio and pick me up.
If he pops in the studio, we're going to throw him on the mic real quick.
We need to.
Yeah. We'll throw him on the mic. Talk a little, I don't know, maybe we'll talk about his dining preferences, what kind of food he picked, what kind of toppings on his pizza. You know, the hard-hitting stuff that we do on the show.
Hey, let's pull back the curtain. He worked for the WNBA for a long time, so we can talk WNBA stuff with him.
He did.
Bill Lambier worked with him, buddy of his.
Yeah, he's a big Detroit guy. But right now, let's go to the Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change Celebrity Hotline. It's the athletic director at Centennial High School. He's a friend of the show. And a Merry Christmas to Bill Gunn. Hey, Bill, how are you? Hope you had a Merry Christmas, first off.
Merry Christmas to you guys as well. Yeah, we're doing great. Just so blessed. You know, we've got 4 or 5 grandkids, and so Christmas in our family is it's just crazy. It's just managing chaos. And so it's always a lot of fun just to kind of sit back and take a lot of pictures and watch magic happen. So it's been terrific.
Oh yeah, watching my in-laws get gifts and watching my kids unwrap those gifts, they love it. And you're right, it is chaos because there's wrappers and bows and everything flying everywhere. We try to keep track of where the presents are on the trash, and it's just a big mess, but we love it.
Makes me insane. I'm a clean freak, so when I see my house getting destroyed by ribbons and paper and cookies ground into my carpet, it makes me nuts.
Yeah, I'm a clean freak too. But on this day, after I played Santa and passed everything out, and then I just walk around with one of those big bike bags. You put a bicycle in to kind of cover it, and then we just start throwing it away as they open it. So
that's
it's pretty
right.
cool.
That's the best way to do it. Yep. Do it as it's happening. But we got Bill Gunn. He's the athletic director at Centennial High School here on the Inland Sports Show. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say maybe Christmas was a little bit merrier. You could enjoy it a little bit more knowing that Matt Logan is locked in for another decade. And I know the news, Bill, came right before Christmas. But how important was it for you to let everybody know that, hey, Matt Logan's not going anywhere?
You know, it's important for us. It's important for our school community. It's important for the kids that are currently in the program, and those kids that are on their way. You know, the 8th graders and stuff. And it's just important for us to send out a message that Matt's committed to Centennial High School. He's committed to Husky Nation. He's committed to the public school system and Corona Norco Unified, and we're just as committed to him. And we want to make sure that everyone's aware of that. This is nothing new for us. It's kind of unusual that we put out a statement to that effect, which has been different than in years past. But you know, with every year, it seems like we're dealing with these kinds of rumors, and you know, Matt's connected to this potential opening or that potential opening, and then you know, he stays with us, and we just thought this year would be a good opportunity to say, listen, don't listen to the rumors. Matt's here. He's going to stay here, and we're collectively committed to one another in our community.
Yeah, I think with the impression of social media, for one, and the fact that Matt Logan is Matt Logan, he's the biggest name in high school football in Southern California, for us here in the IE certainly, and from a public school. I think it's hard, right, Bill, that if anything opens up, everyone's going to point to Matt Logan first, whether he's even interested or not, or whether his name's even connected to it or not. People are just going to naturally point to, hey, I wonder if Matt Logan would want that position.
Yeah, and you're spot on there. You know, like I said, we kind of deal with this to some version every year, you know, and there have been some opportunities for Matt to explore out there in recent years, and you know, he is committed to staying with us. And like I said, we're doing everything we can to build our program and for our community and for our school, and you know, the people that have supported us for so many years, and we're just grateful. You know, Matt's a friend first to me and to our administration and our campus, and what he does, you know, like so many coaches out there, doesn't go unnoticed. Matt may do it on a little bit larger scale at times based on the competition that we play and who we try and schedule and what we can do and how we do it. But there's just, you know, it's an opportunity for us to make a public statement that says we're in this together.
And Coach, you know, I was a long time coach here locally, and I've defended Coach, and I'm defending him in this sense: is why would he ever want to leave when you have a really good principal? You got Dr. Alexis Burrill, you got yourself, and he's got a staff that he's groomed and likes, and players he likes. There's no reason for a guy to ever leave that situation, even though we hear the rumors. But he's working with a good staff of guys. Why would he ever want to?
Yeah, again, I'm not sure it's gotten anything more than a conversation starter. Matt and I have a real open and honest friendship, and that's been developed, you know, over 20-plus years that we've worked together on our campus. And, you know, we speak often. During the football season, the running joke around my house is if the phone rings and it's 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, it's either Matt Logan or it's the principal, and so Matt is, you know, my wife and my son. When he's around, he's moved out now, but when he was here, he said, "Oh, your work girlfriend's on the phone. Matt's calling you again." And so, you know, it's just kind of a really unique friendship that we have and a unique relationship, and we're certainly grateful that he's a part of our staff and our community. And you're absolutely right. He has built his staff his way, and we have a lot of coaches that want to coach with Matt and in our program. And I don't know what the number it was this year. I quit counting when we got to about 35, but we're somewhere in the neighborhood of, you know, between 35 and 40 coaches every year for all three levels. And these are guys that go through Matt first before they come to me to get cleared. And they're a good group of guys and a lot of support there. So you're right. Why would he leave? We don't think he's going to, and we're just happy to have him.
And speaking of Centennial, besides Coach Logan, you got a lot of great coaches. I mean, just off the top of my head, I'm just thinking, you have Josh Giles, another guy that's been so successful for you guys. Can you talk about maybe some of your other coaches that you have at Centennial and some of the other programs?
Well, you know, we have a lot of great coaches, and all of our coaches are unique in one way, shape, or form. And you know, the higher profile ones get most of the media publicity. Josh is an amazing basketball coach, and you know, Martin Woods, our girls coach, has had his share of tremendous success. And let's not forget Randy Campbell, our wrestling coach, who's won, I want to say it's 14 CIF championships over the years in wrestling. And you know, we've got a lot of coaches that really bring a lot to the table, and some of them have seen some great success over the years and have built what we call programs, not just teams. And that's really what we focus on at Centennial. We want long-staying success over the years, and when we get that, then we look at our school and our programs as programs, not just teams.
Well, Coach, you just touched on it, that the fact that you want long-standing success, and I guess Matt Logan's the poster boy for that. 21 seasons at Centennial, 10 CIF Southern Section championships, a state championship in there as well. And just texting with Coach Logan right now. He's going to call in tomorrow, and we'll talk to him. I want to talk to him about his schedule for next season and some of those kind of things. But Athletic Director Bill Gunn here on the Inland Sports Show. Bill, we really appreciate it. Hopefully you get a little downtime. I know it's still busy for all those winter sports and the tournaments and everything else that's going on. But we appreciate you taking a couple of minutes to talk with us on the Inland Sports Show.
Anytime, guys. Thanks for letting me chat with you. And you guys have a blessed holiday season, and Happy New Year to you.
You too, Bill. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, that's Bill Gunn, the athletic director at Centennial High School here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. So once and for all, from the horse's mouth, Matt Logan is not going anywhere. And Matt Logan will join us on the show tomorrow so we can further talk with him, talk about next year's schedule, talk about expectations. Because, again, Jeff, we talk about it every single year that they have such a great senior class. And we're like, how do you reload? Like, who are the next guys? But they always do. They always find a way.
They always have 3 or 4 guys in waiting, and they just take over and do a great job. So, I mean, man, what a good program.
So tomorrow, more Centennial High School football and the original Sith Lord himself of the evil empire, Matt Logan. Because he is a Star Wars guy. We wouldn't call him the original Sith Lord if he wasn't a Star Wars guy, but he is.
He has Evil Empire written on the inside of his jerseys.
Oh, that's right, he did. That's right. They have to embrace it, right?
Yeah.
All those private Orange County schools, right?
Yeah, they're all the
coming out to Corona.
Dark side guy, love it.
All right, Matt Logan tomorrow here on the Inland Sports Show. When we come back, we're going to wrap this thing up. Hey, an update on these college football bowl games. We've got one in the books. We got another one about to go final, and one tonight involving UCLA. You got your Bruin colors on over here,
I do.
Jeff.
But I'm telling you what, man, I'm exhausted. I gave it my all today, Coach. I gave it my all. I gave it my all.
We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
No, I am your father.
No. It's not true. That's impossible.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
The Inland Empire's home for all things IE just got even better. Introducing the award-winning Inland Sports Show with Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
Weekdays 3 to 6 p.m.
Your local sports leader in the Inland Empire. Fox Sports IE 1350.
Steve Hartman here.
How you guys doing? Coach Ray here. We're back at the Boost Performance Center with the one and only Pep Fernandez. Today we're going to go over our A-Skip series. We've got a couple of great videos for you guys. Come check us out. Okay, so we're here with our Boost Performance School student athletes. They're actually going to demonstrate the A-Skips today. So we're going to work on our acceleration A-Skip. So it's a quick piston-like action, flexing at the hip here. With my toes up, I'm going to drive my knee up, touch my fingertips under my quad, I'm going to put it right back down. All right, so when we accelerate, it's a piston-like action, and that's what we're training here, all right? So DT's going to get a nice rhythm, all right? Then he's gonna quickly bring that knee up, put it back down quick. Ready? Go. Good, put it down quick. Fast up, fast down. So we're getting nice bounce across the ankles, nice stretch reflex across the hips here. Up and down quick, up and down quick. We don't wanna cycle, we just wanna bring that knee up and put it back down as quickly as possible. Nice, there it is, there it is. Keep those toes pointed up to the ceiling, keep bouncing. And there you have it, acceleration A-skip, great drill to use, teach you how to come out hard. Right here, Boost.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajalco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. Just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. Come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
On the CW KTLA 5. From the Cold Star Ice Studios, it's Fox Sports IE 1350 AM KUBE Riverside.
You take the blue pill, the story ends.
You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
And you helped the Wiggles find Jeff?
Where's Jeff? Where's Jeff?
I love that song. I love the Wiggles.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Jeff is here in the Inland Sports Studio today, but tomorrow he'll join us for a little bit. Then it's on the road to Utah and then Seattle, the great state of Washington.
I'm going to sleep all the way there and then all the way to Seattle, and then I'm going to be sad.
Hopefully a couple wins.
A couple wins
and a couple pizzas later, Jeff will be happy.
A couple Highlander victories will make me happy.
Well, welcome back to the show. It's a college football bowl season here. And a couple games already in the books today, Jeff, around the nation, including the tradition and the pageantry of the Heart of Dallas Bowl, as Utah beat West Virginia 30-14. It also marked the final game for Kylie Fitz. Final game is a Utah U. Remember, he was at UCLA and ended up transferring to Utah. Had a great college career, a little banged up, a little injury prone. He'll be the first one to tell you that, but now he's wrapping up his college career, and we'll see maybe the NFL will come knocking. So congratulations to Kylie Fitz. Former Redlands East Valley star, leading Utah to a big win against West Virginia in the Heart of Dallas Bowl, 30-14. Also today, we had the Dukies. They play more than basketball. Who knew?
No, they don't.
Yeah, they beat Northern Illinois in the Quick Lane Bowl. That's in Detroit if you're counting it.
That's not even a bowl.
36-14. And Aaron Young out of Murrieta Valley High School.
Murrieta?
Caught a pass in that. How do you like that for Duke?
Yeah, that's pretty good there, Dukers.
And the big one tonight, UCLA taking on K-State. That's Kansas State. In the old Cactus Bowl in Phoenix.
That'll be a good one.
Will it?
Josh Rosen. He's not going to the Browns.
No, he's not playing. I heard last checked, they're keeping him out of this one. I think he's under concussion protocol.
Oh, that's just stupid.
Yeah,
he just doesn't want to play because he doesn't want to get hurt for the draft.
Didn't he come out and say, I don't want to play for the Browns, I want to play for the Giants?
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. What a ding-dong.
So basically he's saying he's coming out to the NFL draft, which we all kind of assume. But between him and Sam Darnold at USC, those are kind of the two big quarterback names out there. But they still have a decision to make. Do they come back for another season at their respective college, or do they turn pro?
Yeah, I think Rosen's said that he didn't want to be locked up for 6 years.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of his. I like Sam Darnold.
I do, too.
I like Sam Darnold a lot.
He's a everyday good boy. Good old boy.
And if you're a UCLA fan, we got Nate Metters. He had 52 tackles for UCLA this season, the pride of San Gorgonio.
That's a nice year. Good year.
Big-time player. And then out of Carter High School, we had the To'iloa boys, Lokani To'iloa and Langi To'iloa.
That sounds like a condition.
It's a good condition.
Good golly, those guys are really good.
They're studs, linebacker and safety. So UCLA, man, they really come out to the IE and recruit hard, and they got some of our best ones. And Nate Metters really leading the way with 52 tackles. You also have Jalen Phillips. He had a couple sacks as a true freshman for UCLA at defensive end for the Bruins. So IE guys all the way around. So UCLA and Kansas State coming up at the Cactus Bowl in just a matter of moments. Will be kicking off in Phoenix. And then on Friday, USC and the Ohio State in the old Cotton Bowl.
That'll be a good one.
I think so. It sounds like a Rose Bowl game.
Yes,
it sounds like it should be a college football playoff game. USC against Ohio State, but it's the Cotton Bowl. That's good enough.
8 versus 5.
So, yeah, Ohio State, the Ohio State, led by Marcus Baugh from JW North High School right here in the Riv. The Riv raised me, Riverside.
Yes.
And USC, well, there's tons of guys from the IE and USC. Stephen Carr, running back, defensive back Akili Ross, who we saw at the UC Riverside game.
Yes.
We confirmed that.
Yeah, it was him.
I should have went up and said, what's up?
But you didn't.
But I didn't.
You did not.
I should have. But yes, he was at the UC Riverside basketball game the other night. Hey, we've had a great show. Big thanks to Bill Gunn, the athletic director at Centennial High School, Justin Norman, head basketball coach at La Sierra High School, and our good friend Tim Cook, Star Wars aficionado, also the athletic director at Life Pacific and head men's basketball coach. One of the sites for the Damien Holiday Classic, El Clasico.
Yes.
You awake over there, Jeff? You're battling till the end.
I'm battling. I gave a good game tonight, but I will say this. I must say this. Johnny Gorham's birthday is going to be, because we were talking birthdays earlier.
Yeah.
And he's listening. He got a little sad. January 5th.
Party of the year at Johnny's house.
Yes, Johnny will be 5 years old. My little dark Sith Lord is going to be 5. He is the greatest little boy on the planet.
Now, I know you can't give away maybe all his birthday party secrets.
No.
Are we going to have like a Star Wars flavor theme, something going on?
What we do is we're probably going to go to Disneyland on his birthday. We all got matching lighted shoes. For Christmas, my shoes light up, and all 5 of us have lighted shoes.
Oh, very cool.
So we will wear our Star Wars shirts and hats. He got a nice our C-3PO hat. And then we're going to go to Disneyland and hang out just for old Johnny boy.
Hey, Johnny, it's your birthday.
Yeah.
January 5th, party of the year at the Gorham House.
Yes.
You're all invited. We'll get Jeff's address, and we're going to tweet it out.
Everybody can come on over. My wife makes amazing spaghetti and meatballs with some sausage.
That's my favorite meal. Bring it on.
She'll make it for you.
Bring it on. It's all brought to you by our good friends at Spoiled. Quick, quality oil change. You'll be spoiled by great customer service, and they got the low prices and the mint and the flour. Ken Sporting Goods. All your sporting gear needs. They'll also give you that sweet Letterman's jacket. You know, if you're a big-time senior, big man on campus, go to Ken's, get your Letterman's jacket, look cool. And Boost Performance Training in Corona with Coach Ray Bass. A variety of sports, whether it's football or baseball or golf or lacrosse. If you go to Ray Bass at Boost Performance Training, you'll be bigger, you'll be faster, you'll be stronger. Guaranteed. And Catalano Motors in Corona off Temescal Canyon Road. You can buy, you can trade, you can finance that sweet new ride. That could be your New Year's resolution. Look cool driving around the Inland Empire. There's only one way to make that happen. Catalano Motors off Temescal Canyon Road. Again, a big birthday to Johnny, even though it's January 5th. We'll be celebrating his birthday for 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's a big holiday coming up for Big Johnny Gorham.
And tomorrow, the original Sith Lord, Matt Logan from Centennial, he's scheduled to join us. We'll be here live at 3 o'clock, and we'll usher Jeff off to Utah. He'll be here live in studio for like an hour and a half, we'll say, right?
Yeah, I'm telling you, though, I'm exhausted from today. I need Gatorade. I gave it my all, Coach. I gave it my all today, Coach.
Somebody help this guy. We're back tomorrow, 3 o'clock right here. It's the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Game's in the refrigerator. The door is closed. The lights out. The eggs are cool. The butter's getting hard, and the Jell-O is jiggling.
The Inland Empire's home for all things IE just got even better. Introducing the award-winning Inland Sports Show with Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Weekdays 3 to 6 p.m.
Your local sports leader in the Inland Empire.